with the live stream. Y'all could go check out the first video. I think I just streamed the Calais Campbell mic'd up video, so y'all could go check that out. But with this video, what we got next is the playoff chances for the Dolphins. We're gonna check that out right quick. But please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Help me get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. Let's check this out.
How the Rams could potentially win the NFC West. Talk to us, Steve.
Yeah, well, what's holding it up for them at 99.9% is this. They could lose to the Seahawks next week, tie atop the standings in the division, and to break that tie, you'd then have to go all the way to the fifth tiebreaker, which is strength of victory, the combined record of every team you've beaten this year. Now, the Rams have the clear leg up over there on Seattle, but they haven't yet clinched that tiebreaker. Here's the matchups this week that affect strength of victory. Wins by these teams, helping the Rams' strength of victory. Wins by these.
Hey, if you're putting in a parlay, pick Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, JSN, and I don't know who's going to be the starting running back. I think Kenneth Walker, he should be in, but those are easy bets right there for touchdowns. Easy bets.
These teams helping the Seahawks. The Rams coming into this week had a 3.5 magic number, basically 3.5 wins they need on this side. Remember, a tie is half a win.
What's good, my boy? What's good, JoJo? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We back at it. You know, I was here last year, same thing. You know, I'm still the same. We still doing the same thing this year. So it is what it is. The draft is going to come up. You know, I'm going to talk about my draft prospects, you know, another draft. Then we right back at it with next season. You know, so simple. Probably next season, I'm going to probably be at the games, actually. And I'll probably do some vlogs out there, most likely.
They already got Cincinnati over Denver. They got Buffalo over the Jets. It looks like Minnesota could beat Green Bay here momentarily. That would mean 0.5, 1/2 game magic number for the Rams. They could get it tonight. Washington win or tie. Rams clinch this tiebreaker, clinch the division. If not, Seattle would need Detroit then to win tomorrow, and then Seattle would need all this. Every single one of these teams would then have to win next week. That's how Seattle could still catch the Rams.
Break it down for us, Steve.
Yeah, I don't think Seattle making it.
Three teams going for that final spot. Denver now sits in it. Here's the playoff checklist for each of these teams. Look, the Broncos, if they could have just beaten Cincinnati yesterday, that would have been enough. They would have clinched. Instead, they miss. Next week, they host Kansas City. Are the Chiefs resting starters? The Broncos, if they win.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they're not playing Patrick Mahomes. They will be playing Carson Wentz. So I don't know. I think the Chiefs, they don't really care about winning that game. They don't. You know, they're just gonna let Bo Nix beat us because the Broncos, they need this game to win to get into the playoffs. So they're gonna actually be trying. And then if you're playing against Carson Wentz and he ends up losing y'all the game, then you know, I don't know, man. So we gotta pray that Carson Wentz becomes his old self, like with the Eagles, and you know he might do something. If not, then this is gonna be our last game with the Dolphins until next year, until this year, later on in this year in August, September. So it's crazy.
Win that game, check mark. They're in the playoffs. That's it. But if the Broncos lose next week, look, it's a check mark for both the Dolphins and for the Bengals. And look how wide open the door would be for the Dolphins. They would then just need to beat the Jets, and it would be the Dolphins making the playoffs. From the Bengals standpoint, they need Miami to lose next week on top of Denver. If both of those things happen, no small order here, but Cincinnati just has to beat Pittsburgh, do all of those things. The Bengals.
So Cincinnati, they got it bad right now. Us, we just need the Broncos to lose. The Bengals, they need the Dolphins and the Broncos to lose. So I don't think the Bengals making it now that I'm looking at this. I don't think it's either going to be the Broncos or the Dolphins because I feel like we're most likely going to beat the Jets, you know, but if we don't, then, hey, the Bengals, they got to look out. But Carson Wentz, he might mess it up for everybody.
Would end the year on a 5-game winning streak, would sneak into the playoffs, and would go to Buffalo against a Bills team that would probably rather play someone else.
Steve Kornacki, what does it mean for the race to the 1 seed in the NFC?
Yeah, well, Maria, either way, it has been a while. The last time the Vikings were the NFC #1 a quarter century ago, and in the half century they've been doing playoff seeding. The Lions have.
So the Lions and the Vikings, they're fighting for that first seed right now.
Never been #1. Now, by holding off the Packers, the Vikings do, for the moment, move into that #1 one spot. But you see, even with that, only a 39% chance of staying there. That's because Detroit still has to play the Niners tomorrow. And no matter what happens in that game, next week, as you say, is for all the marbles. Vikings will be going to Detroit. So Detroit is favored because of that. And the stakes here doubly high. This won't just be for the 1 seed, for the bye, for home field. But again, because they're from the same division, whoever doesn't win next week is going to tumble all the way to the 5th seed and will make the playoffs as a wild card team, potentially looking at a 14-win wild card team. Have we ever seen that before? And with the 99 Titans,
you do all that work, you win 14 games, and you still got to play away. That's disrespectful right there. You got to do something in regards to that, bro. You can't just let that be. You can't.
Or 13-3. This might be a first that we're looking at.
You know, the playoff standings, they're crazy right now. It's hard to understand, but you know, it's interesting in regards to our team still being involved with with one game on the line. You know, we gonna hope that we make the playoffs. We gonna see, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too confident in it. I'm not. Next video I got is Emmanuel Ogbah, Sanders, and Ingold. Let's check this out.
The playoffs, you need a win and a Broncos loss on Sunday. You going to be doing any scoreboard watching at MetLife Stadium when you're on the sideline?
I am. I am.
No, we got to handle business first. That's the Jets are priority number one. So we got to handle business and hope the Chiefs pull out a victory for us. So.
Okay, and take me through your
hey, that's your old team. Go talk to them. Let them boys know, like, hey, yeah, we gonna need this one right here. Like, at least let Patrick Mahomes play one half. Y'all just gonna pull him out and just let Carson Wentz lose y'all the game? Come on, like, isn't Patrick Mahomes trying to win the MVP? If he is, then okay, let him play one half at least. Then I'll give him a high enough lead. I don't know. Bo Nix, he might keep it close. He might keep it close. So I don't know.
Back on Sunday, how that play developed, and also with Dorian Thompson-Robinson committing so many intentional groundings. How did it feel to have the actual sack that occurred in the game?
Oh man, so I knew once we get to him, he's gonna try to get the ball away quick. But all right, going back to the sack, I don't know. We were getting back there, but he seemed to get the ball off so quick. So I knew I had to work a fast move just to get back there quick. So that's kind of like what I did. I kind of set him up a little bit, and then I hit him with my fastball right after. So that's how I was able to. But yeah, he was getting rid of the ball quick. So it was, and then when we have him, he would just throw the ball away. So that's how so much intentional grounding.
Yeah, DTR, he good at that. He a good ass quarterback in regards to getting rid of the ball because he'll do it at the last second. Even when you don't think he's not gonna do it, he does it. So he has that good trait about him, but he's still a bad quarterback. He's still a bad quarterback, but he does have a chance to improve, you know, throughout his career. I don't know if he's on the right team or not, the Browns. You know, imagine playing for a team called the Browns, right? So I don't know, man. He probably don't like it over there.
Your future is at your fingertips. Take advantage of the flexibility.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Chris?
What's up, Emmanuel?
That was
Hey, I'm doing something on the grind and kind of what it means to get to the playoffs, how hard you push yourself at this time of the year. You know, I think of Armstead and him trying to get out there too, and the disappointment of not being out there. What does it mean to be out there at this time of year, and what are you seeing guys go through?
It means a lot because December football is playoff football. I mean, it's closer to the end of the year, and guys are dealing with a bunch of injuries that they want to push through just to be out there with their brothers. But yeah, it's definitely a long season, and I admire guys that push through stuff just to give the team all they got. But sometimes it's out of their hands. But I admire guys that want to push through things just to help the team win. So
I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Hold on. Orlando Brown from the Bengals. He was playing on a broken leg all year. A broken leg. He posted a video on, what was it, Sunday? I think it was Sunday. Orlando Brown, he's like the left tackle for the Bengals. You know, he's like 6'8", 360, playing on a broken leg. I'm trying to see if I could find the video, but I probably can't find it. Imagine playing on a broken leg. That's crazy right there. That's definitely crazy. Okay, I found the video. He coming soon. He right there, 75. That's a big boy right there. That's a big boy. But his dad is an NFL legend, but he passed away. So y'all think he lying? How you playing on a broken leg? Like, I don't think this is like real. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He's saying it, but man, bro. But Orlando Brown, he's one of those type of players. He'll only play left tackle, not right, because his dad played left tackle. So he wants to hold on to that legacy that his dad had of playing left tackle. So that's the reason why he left the other team that he was on. I forgot the team that drafted him. Wasn't it the Ravens? The Ravens had him at right tackle, and he wanted to move to left, but they wouldn't let him, and then he ended up on the Bengals. I think it was on another team, then he ended up on the Bengals. So, hey, man, so be it. But he's an okay tackle. He's doing his thing as of right now for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow 3 touchdowns, 8 games straight. So the whole line is holding up for him. Orlando Brown, he's doing it on a broken leg. So that's amazing right there. That's amazing.
The grind, is it 50-50 mental and physical, or is it more mental at this time of year? What can you tell me about that?
I'll say it's both, because your mental can be telling you, nah, I could do this, but your body is like, hey, like, chill out, man. I don't got nothing, So I would say it's more it's physical. It's both, but it's more physical than it is mental, because guys want to be out there, if they need to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Isaiah?
What's going on, man? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
So Jordan Brooks, in the post game little video that they put out, Jordan Brooks talked about making this the best week of practice.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you, and how does that change in December? I guess practice. How does that change in December?
Like I said,
Good
December is
question.
playoff football, so we're not done yet. So we got to be focused this week. We got a good opponent, even though their record doesn't seem like, but they are a good opponent. We went toe to toe with them last game, so we got to bring our A game this game. But just be focused, ultra focused. We have no room for error. Do your job, do your responsibilities, and just be out there and give it all you got. So
That's good. That's good.
thank you.
That's good that they noticed that. That's good.
Joe?
Hey, Emmanuel, Happy New Year. I hope we have a great 2025.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Okay. What did you guys learn from the last Jets game?
Like I said, they're fighters. It's a division game, so they're gonna bring their A game. We gotta bring our A game. You just can't take no team for granted. You just gotta go out there and just play our brand of football. Don't do too much. Just focus on your responsibilities and just do your job. Don't try to do other people's job pretty much. So
If you guys are
Let me see what happened that last game against the Jets. Jets versus Dolphins last game.
On December 8, 2024, the Jets played the Dolphins. The final score was 32-26 Dolphins in overtime.
Oh, wow. We had to go to overtime with the Jets? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You got Aaron Rodgers. He went for 339 yards. Aaron Rodgers, he about 60 years old. Ain't no way he should be doing this against us. No way. Running backs, they ain't really do nothing against us. But Isaiah Davis, he looked good last game against us. But Breece Hall, he was hurt this game. He was hurt. But they will have Breece Hall in on this game. And look how close it was. Imagine if they had Breece Hall at this time. Maybe it would have been different. Maybe. Garrett Wilson, he took off, and Devontae Adams. They both got 100 yards. That means we can't defend them. That's what that means. I don't know what we're gonna do to switch it up to the point where we probably got to double team both of them. You probably have to. Those are the main threats. Um, third down conversions, you could look to Tyler Conklin. He throws it to him a lot. Isaiah Davis, he's gonna get some catches as well. He's a pretty dynamic back compared to Braylon Allen and Brees Hall. Brees Hall, he's dynamic as well, but Braylon Allen, he like the second string, but Isaiah Davis, he be cutting in on the second string reps with Braylon Allen because they're about the same in regards to talent. About the same. Tua, he went for 331 yards, so he almost went for the same amount of yards as Aaron Rodgers in the same game. But Aaron Rodgers, he did that on 39 attempts. Tua did that on 47 attempts. But Tua got 2 touchdowns. Devon A-Chain, he didn't really do nothing in the running game, but he got a touchdown. In the receiving game, he had 6 catches this game. Jonnu, he scored this game. Tyreek Hill, he scored. Devon A-Chain, he scored. So it should be another high-scoring game, in my honest opinion. If Tyler Huntley uses his legs, this game, and he gets 1 rushing touchdown, maybe he passes for 2, just like Tua did, then we'll probably be in a situation as to where we could probably win this game. But, we got to hope for the defense to stop Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams to get to this point. I don't think Tyler Huntley could buy himself a game going up against an offense putting up these type of numbers. And on top of that, they got Brees Hall as well, so they might go to the 30s. I don't know if we're going to score 30 with Tyler Huntley, so we got to make sure the defense do their job, so Tyler Huntley's job could be easier. He is the backup at the end of the day. He is. So shout out to Tyler Huntley. We're going to make it happen with them. We're going to make it happen.
You're able to pull another one of these Miami miracles. I'm thinking about Kenyon Drake. That's kind of what it feels like, that was the odds. If you guys are able to do that, the present would be a trip to Buffalo. Is that something you want? How bad do you want that?
Go out there, handle the Jets game, hope the Chiefs handle the Broncos for us, and then we're ready for whatever. We just want to get in. That's the goal, just to get in.
I like that mentality. I like that.
What was the difference that you noticed in Tyler Huntley's orchestration of the offense from when he first came in to how he operated on Sunday in Cleveland?
He was having fun, man. I think we're all having fun. It was cool to see him, off schedule, being able to play football. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing his personality to the game, to the huddle, a little bit more comfortable with the ins and outs. I think it was fun to see him do that, either in the huddle or on the sidelines, just kind of playing ball, man. It was fun to see, good to be a part of. He was scrambling a lot. I was running around trying to figure out how I could stay in somebody's way on some of those routes, but it was fun for sure.
Excellent. And another topic.
Hey, they ain't never say this about Skylar Thompson. They ain't never say this.
So the scenarios. You need a win and to have the Chiefs beat the Broncos. Any scoreboard watching for you on Sunday at MetLife, or does that take away from the focus on the game?
That's a great question. I think, my answer is going to be I'm going to be worried about who I got to block, what the assignment is, what my alignment is, all that good stuff. We're going to let that Chiefs-Broncos game do what it does, but I'm sure there's going to be whispers and murmurs in the stadium. So the more awareness that we got, with all that will be good. But yeah, we'll stay locked in. I think it's gonna be a good test to kind of have those reset buttons, throughout the game, controlling what you can. I mean, I can't imagine the amount of regret that would go on the field if you miss an assignment, you miss a block because you're up there peeking at a scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not that's not professional. True. I don't think that's what we should be doing.
True. Thanks.
If you're serious about print on demand, you need to try Kittle. Kittle makes it so easy to find.
Chris?
What's up, Alec?
What up?
Hey, I'm doing something on the grind that you guys go through at this time of the year. And I recall 2 years ago, you win the Ed Block Courage Award. You've got pins in your thumb, and Studesville says that you told him on Tuesday, there's no way you're taking the field in Buffalo without me. You see what Tua's going through. You see what Armstead is going through. Talk to me about all of that, what you went through, Tua, Armstead, and how much guys do to get on the field at this time of year.
That's a great question. I've been in the training room quite a bit. The trainers and I are on a first name basis, obviously, as soon as.
Yeah, I could tell. Like that boy look tired, man. That boy look tired. That boy look like he just came from the trainer. I know that feeling when you just came from the trainer and you just worried about what just happened, like what you just had to get cured or massaged, wherever it is. I see that in him. He wearing all black. There's just a different vibe about Alec Ingo right now.
As you show up to the facility, and they're doing a great job with everybody, making sure that we have the best care. They've been first class in everything that they do. And, I think a lot of guys are spending the time taking care of their bodies, but it's the toll of the season, man. And, every single season it has a little different thing. Sometimes it's thumbs, sometimes it's ankles, it could be whatever it is. Yeah, man, I think it's all about understanding what we're pushing ourselves and the limits of our bodies to be able to do and execute. I know those guys, a couple of those captains that you named, are doing absolutely everything in their power with a great staff to be able to be out there and be available. So, no, man, I think it's just that daily discipline, showing up early, staying late. That's the grind that you're talking about late in the season for sure.
All right. Thanks, Al.
Yeah, them boys going through it right now, man. Them boys going through it, 18 weeks. And on top of that, you got the playoffs as well. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Isaiah?
What's going on, Alec? Happy New Year to you. Kind of on that same tip, how does practice change in December? Right? Obviously, this is potentially like the last week of practice of the year. And Jordan Brooks talked about, making this the best week of practice. So how does that look, and how does that kind of differ from previous weeks?
It's intentional effort. It's intentional focus. It's really dialing into your details and putting yourself into the game, visualizing, watching the tape when we're in a meeting room and putting yourself in that game atmosphere on the practice field while you might not be going full speed, while you got a full week to try and get your body feeling ready for Sunday again. All that stuff. It's about being a pro. And I think that's something I've learned a lot from T. Stead and how he approaches a week, how he's able to do his work throughout a week and then go out and perform unbelievably all pro levels for the past few years now. I think that's a great example to follow. A lot of the younger guys looking at those types of people. Hopefully I'm one of those guys right now that's able to make every single rep count during the week. Like really putting yourself in there, visualizing it, believing it, seeing it, so that on Sunday it feels like you've already done it before. I think that's how you put as much as you possibly can into this week of work.
Quick thought, you mentioned T. Stead. Obviously, we don't get to see a lot of the stuff that happens with him, right? But just, when you have a younger guy, how do you kind of communicate that? Like, look at the T. Steads, look at someone. Obviously, you're not look at me, but how do you communicate that to the younger guys?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the specific position rooms, they kind of embody the personalities of some of those leaders, some of the older guys. So being able to have those one-on-one conversations, I think it happens in the lunchroom. I think it happens in the training room, in the weight room. Those are the one-on-one conversations we're able to kind of build trust, build relationships, so that those types of, hey, pay attention to what this dude's doing, right? Like, he's all bandaged up. He's got the elbow brace, whatever it might be, and he's still out there working. He's still out there grinding. Like, those are the types of things where you can point to a number of different ways throughout the week. And that's the power of relationships. That's the power of building trust and having those conversations, more so than just nodding your head and saying what's up and moving on.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you.
With QuickBooks Solopreneur, keep your finances organized year-round. Move from books to taxes.
Joe?
Hey, Alec, happy New Year. Hope we have a great 2025. If the Dolphins win on Sunday, the organization would have a winning record for 5 straight seasons, which is actually kind of rare in the NFL. What do you think that might say about the state of the organization?
Like stats like that, that's going to make people, think like the Dolphins were in a good state. Stats like that, man.
Kind of rare in the NFL. Organization would have a winning record for 5 straight seasons, which is actually kind of rare in the NFL. What do you think that might say about the state of the organization?
I think it just means that we get good enough players in Miami to the point where we're not bad enough to ever be that bad. We're always gonna finish with 200, not a 200, a 500 or up record. You know, but shout out to my boy Raphael. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. YouTube thumb. Let's freaking go DG and Miami Dolphins. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. Late night with it. I'm gonna be up for a little bit. I got other stuff other than the Dolphins to go over too. So y'all stay tuned. It's coming. It's coming.
That's a good question. I haven't really thought of that, honestly. I've been 2-6 to 6-2, and we're just 1 week at a time. You look back at the last five years having winning records. I think it speaks a lot to consistency. I think that winning is a habit. And obviously, early on in the season, it was very uncomfortable, very frustrating because we weren't holding up to the standard that we set for ourselves, that everybody had for us, all that, right? And I think that discomfort, the strain, the standard, the way that we push ourselves throughout this season, I think that's kind of it's in the walls a little bit. Like this isn't enough. This isn't good enough. We need to continue pressing forward. We need to find more. We need to dig deeper. Whatever it is, to be able to have. The product and the execution that we are expecting and what people have seen the last 4 years, 5 years. So, yeah, man, I think consistency, a high standard, and is something that we're consistently trying to elevate.
What have you said or would you say to Tua Tagovailoa as a young guy? I think he's about 26 years old, who's unfortunately had to deal with a number of injuries already in his career. What have you said or would you say, and certainly what are your hopes for him and the longevity of his promising career?
Good question. With his answer, we're going to see how severe it is in regards to Tua's injury. Let's see. We're going to use context clues with this one. I got to know. What's up with him. He's always getting injured. Always.
It's a good question, Joe. I mean, I wouldn't give him advice on how to take care of his body and his approach to things. He's a professional. He's got his kids and his wife, and I'm gonna be as uplifting, as positive as I possibly can be. I'm gonna be a friend. I'm gonna be a teammate. But when it comes to the injury talk and those discussions, I trust him. I trust his judgment. I wouldn't want to put my 2 cents into his approach because. I think I completely trust and believe in his approach and how he comes to work every single day. So anything I would say is positivity, uplifting, being a friend, being a great teammate, and letting him know that we all support him and believe in him.
What was it like?
Not at one point that he said that Tua's doing good. He ain't never said that. So I think it's something a little bit more worse than we're all thinking right now. I don't know. We're going to see. If we don't see Tua play no more this year, we gotta do something, man. We gotta do something. Definitely gotta do something. B. Flores to Mike McDaniel winning seasons. The case that they're trying to bring up in the press conference is in regards to Mike Tomlin. He has a winning record streak going on as well. But his has been longer. So if Mike McDaniel maintains that with Tua. We're just going to continue on with this team just because we have winning records, or are we going to make a major change? So I'm kind of 50-50 on that, but at the same time, I think the team knows what they got to do this year to fix this team, fix the O-line. I think they know it. So I think there's some big moves coming. There's some draft prospects that they're looking at already that I heard about. So there's a lot of good things coming. I'm hoping like this year's an eye opener for them. It opened their eyes in regards to, we can't build this team just based off of special team players, special teams, offense, receivers, running backs. We need old linemen. And yeah, most definitely Mike Tomlin, he a better coach, most definitely. But if Mike McDaniel could do the same thing that Mike Tomlin is doing over there, he has like winning records throughout 10 years, but he did get one ring. If Mike McDaniel does that, then, he might be in this category, but we're going to see if Mike McDaniel stays a coach for that long. We're going to see. Each year there's a new coaching job open. I'm not saying I want him fired, but I'm just saying, like, we never know what's going to happen in the future. We could never know. With Brian Flores, we thought everything was cool after having a winning season, and he ended up getting fired. You feel me? So we're going to see, man. We're going to see.
like in Cleveland, hitting that 54-yarder off the crossbar? And were there any elements that made the kick nearly short, or was it just a matter of how the kick ended up?
It was just, the grass wasn't very strong, so it made the plant a little harder. So I wasn't able to get into it as much. But the suspense of hitting the crossbar, I hope never happens again. I stared at Jake Bailey the whole time. I was like, "Tell me it goes in. Like, just give me the result." So I hope that suspense never comes ever again. But it was a good kick in a tough stadium.
What's it been like for you to be on this run with so many consecutive field goals made, and not only field goals, but
he cocky. He making the kicks now. He cocky. Okay, Jason Sanders, I see you. Okay,
field goals of 50+ as well.
Yeah, I mean it feels great, but it's just one of those weird seasons where I feel like any other year might be a strong Pro Bowl candidate, but I think there's a lot of guys around the league doing so well this year where a year like this might not even be good enough. So
wow, I didn't know that.
But personally, it's been great, and I've been enjoying this year a lot.
Thanks.
Chris?
Hey, Jason, how are you?
Doing well.
Hey, I'm doing something on the grind and kind of the mental and physical grind that you guys all go through at this time of the year. And, can you tell me about what it's like mentally? You've kicked this team into the playoffs twice, the Jets game and the Dallas game. You've made clutch kicks. But at this time of year, how are things different? What do you see out there? What do you feel?
Yeah, well, everybody's going through their own thing right now. I mean, week 17, 18, everybody's going to have some sort of injury, whether it's, a hip, knee, arm. But, just being able to show up on a Wednesday, be professional and do your job that needs to be done. If everybody does their part, I mean, that's a recipe for success. So as long as you show up, be a professional, I mean, weeks just keep stacking.
And what does it mean?
Just like I showed y'all earlier in the stream, Orlando Brown, he playing with a broken leg. When these teams trying to make it to the playoffs, they don't care what you got going on. You gonna play, especially if you their best player, you will play. So they don't care that Orlando Brown have a broken leg. They say your ass better get out there. Joe Burrow, we can't afford for him to get hurt, so you gotta do something. 2026, I hope we draft a freshman from Tulane. What's the name? Let me know about him. Let me know. I'm watching some film on draft prospects right now, so I got some videos coming out for y'all pretty soon about that. Pretty soon. I think Brian Flores can be a Mike Tomlin type of coach. That then Mike McDaniel. Yeah, of course. I definitely do think that it just depends on what team you go to. I'm hearing not the Browns, the Bears, him and Caleb Williams, but I don't know how that relationship gonna work. Caleb Williams, he paint his fingernails. Brian Flores, he just don't play that in general. he don't play that in general. So that would be a good matchup though. If Caleb Williams is really like that and he gets matched up with Brian Flores, that should be fine. That should be fine. Money Sanders.
To you to be able to kick the team into the playoff. I remember you counting off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after the Dallas game with the 5 field goals. And what is that like to be able to deliver that for your teammates?
Well, I mean, for them to be able to lean on you and you come through like that is that's what team sports are about. It's not just one person; it's the whole team. So, but to have those memories and those accolades for this team, it's something special to me.
All right. Thanks, Jess.
Isaiah?
Morning, Jason. How are you?
Good morning.
So Jordan Brooks talked about making this like the best week of practice that you guys have had so far. What will that look like? How does that feel? Kind of talk to me about, I know your practice is a little bit different than everyone else's, but what does that look like? How does that feel?
I mean, it's just back to what I said. If everybody just shows up and does whatever they need to do to win a football game, that is the recipe. So if you can just show up and crank out a Wednesday, crank out a Thursday at the highest level, I mean, Sunday should come pretty easy.
Thank you.
Joe?
Sanders, he not used to this. He not.
Hey, Jason, I know sometimes kickers compare their swings to like a golfer. And I'm wondering, when you run out there, do you bring a different club depending on a 40-yarder versus, okay, this is 52, oh, this is 57? Do you consciously
Good
bring a
question.
different club onto the field?
It depends on the factors. If there's wind involved, if there's slippery surfaces, if it's cold out, I think around the 56 range, you might need to do a little something different, but usually within 53-ish, like you should have the same swing. But if you're hitting into the wind, like for example, I had a kick in Seattle this year where it couldn't be my normal swing. I had to put everything I had into it, so it was a tough kick. But there's kicks like that where you have to bring a different club for sure.
And that's hard to do, to train your leg to kick a certain way. Like that's real hard to do. So, even though the kickers, they don't really be doing nothing during practice, they still got to put in work, just like the regular football players. They do.
You've obviously been very successful from 50 plus this season. Did you do anything differently in your strength and conditioning exercises in order to maximize your leg strength at this point in your career?
No, but I didn't run from it. Like I knew last year or the year before that the 50 plus percentage wasn't probably as good as I would like it. But as long as you're not running from things and you can look it in the face, just understand what you need to be better at.
Thanks, Jay.
Okay, so the next one I want to show you is called Highlight. Absolutely love the approach they took with this app. You should see this. It's
David?
Hey, Jason, in order for you guys to qualify for the postseason on Sunday, you need both your win and a Broncos loss. So will there be any scoreboard watching from you at MetLife Stadium?
I have a unique position where I'm in the game maybe 5 plays the whole game. So, I might look around if they post it, but
yeah, he gonna be the one to tell everybody what's going on. Everybody else gonna be focused playing. Unlike him, he only got about like 5 plays he got to focus on. About 5 plays. So,
I think Calais said it best. We're gonna probably root for the Chiefs this week.
Absolutely.
Alan?
Good morning, Jason. Now that we're almost a year into it, I was curious about your thoughts on the new kickoff rule, the dynamic kickoff rule.
I don't know what the statistics say, but I think the injuries have gone down. I think overall the play doesn't look as cool. I think
the injuries haven't gone down. You don't feel like that. You do not feel like that.
The original kickoff used to be a great way to start a football game, and now I picture the Super Bowl. Just the kicker standing back there and guys facing each other, just ready to go. And I don't know. So I don't really pay too much attention if it's going to stay or go. I don't really know much about it, but I would say I'm not hating it.
And then quick follow.
He having a good year, so he's not gonna complain about the new kickoff rules.
A totally different topic. How satisfying is it for you to have gotten back to that level? You were in 2020, you were basically the best kicker in the NFL, and while the level was pretty good, the next year's wasn't quite at that level. Now you're back to 2020 Jason Sanders. How satisfying is it to have been able to get back to that level?
Yeah, there's every year you go through some kind of up or down. You face a lot of adversity, but as long as you know who you are personally, and you can treat every offseason as good as you want to treat it. So it feels good to be doing my part on this team for sure.
Okay, Sanders. We ain't paying you all that money for nothing. You're not. Next, we got Chris Sims. He's going to talk about the Dolphins and our recent success. Let's hear him out.
The headlines presented by Hyundai. It is late. It is almost 11 p.m. here on the East Coast.
That's early for us.
Let me get to y'all comments real quick. Darian Messiah is a freshman quarterback. He put his name in the transfer portal in December 2024. Okay, so he's not going to enter the draft this year probably, since he's in the portal. I think that's how that worked. You like Nussmeier from LSU. He not on my quarterback list. I got some quarterbacks on my list that I wrote down earlier. But I'm gonna make a video about that a little later on. I got running backs, receivers, old linemen that I'm looking at. I got cornerbacks, DNs, safeties that I think would fit this team as well. I got a lot of prospects on this list. A lot of prospects, 6'3", 215 from California, 22 TDs, 6 interceptions as a freshman. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
It is early for us.
Yeah.
I'm raring
We're
to
moving
go.
on. We're moving well here.
Although I was in at 10:30 this morning doing 4 college basketball
Yeah,
games. So
I
that's
know.
part
Cry
of the
me a
reason
river, Justin Timberlake. All right, suck that shit up. You're here with me now.
You're right. It's still early. We got 2 games in the printing press. The articles have been written. We just need the headlines.
Yeah.
And Chris Sims is the best
Oh,
headline guy
I
in the
got it.
business. Dolphins beat the Browns 20-3, a shellacking here. No Tua.
No
A
Tua.
surprise scratch
Right.
early in this one with a hip injury. Now we don't even know if he'll play again this regular season or
No.
if they make the playoffs.
Kind of crazy.
Still in the playoff hunt, though, because they won this game. Your headline for it is?
In the Huntley. Get it? Get it? Huntley.
Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh.
The quarterback.
And they're
You
in
got
the
it?
hunt.
They are in the
so
hunt.
they can clinch a playoff
Yeah.
berth with a win at the Jets. Well, that'll be easy.
Yeah.
And they need Denver to lose against Kansas City in a game that the Chiefs do not need to play any of their starters in. So
and
that
we'll
would be the
discuss
worry.
that later. There's some things to discuss there,
Okay, all
certainly.
right. But they're still in it. They're
Still in it. Defense is damn good. I mean, the defense is a pain in the butt in what they're doing there down in Miami. And, of course, we said this a little last week. Cleveland's just, with DTR at quarterback, they're just not dangerous enough on the offensive side of the ball.
No.
I think one thing that we've seen here is, like, DTR is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I also do wonder if he's doing well enough here to actually solidify himself as the backup quarterback. That's what the test is right now, and I think it's very iffy where we're at after the last 2 games I've saw.
He threw the ball 47 times for a grand total
They might kick him off the team after what he did. They might kick him off the team.
of 170
Exactly
yards.
right, and it just doesn't look good, right? I think anybody watching the game, the look doesn't look right. There's missed throws, right? Sometimes the ball flutters in the air. It doesn't look the way you'd want it to. You know, he does have some movement ability, but doesn't throw great with people collapsing on him in the pocket. Now, Miami, hey, that was the most Tua-like performance I've seen from a quarterback that they've had, not named Tua.
Good.
Usually this
Good
offense kind of
connection.
falls apart without Tua, right?
So Kamiz R. Tionami.
Right. What's
I
he
think that's how
saying?
I say it. If you speak at all on Snoop Huntley, be sure to recognize that among his 4 incompletions were an intentional spike, a pure drop by Malik Washington.
Yeah, I saw
He pretty
that.
much ran the full Tua offense and was leading rusher on the day. No fluke.
That was my big thing watching it, was going, this is the first time I've watched the Dolphins without Tua and go, they look like they're running their offense. And again,
First time in 2-3 years with Tua. The first quarterback to look this good in the football game. That's crazy right there. Even Teddy Bridgewater, he ain't looked this good ever. He did it.
reps are important. That's where a guy that's getting practice, he's played a little bit this year. He's starting to understand how teams and people defend, some of the things, the motions, the shifts they do. But if you watch the game back, you're going to go, boom, it was Washington over the middle. Tyreek Hill, little skinny pop slant post over the middle, boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, made some nice plays with his legs. He did a good job. They're a ball, like I've been saying, they're a ball control, ugly passing football team. It's a little odd because they're so explosive, but they're not explosive right now. They kind of just, hey, 5 yards here, 4 yards here, keep the clock going. We're going to control the clock. We'll score, maybe field goal, maybe touchdown, and we'll rely on our defense. It's interesting how they're doing it, but it's effective, and it's kind of ugly. It's not as fun to watch as it used to be with the Miami Dolphins, but I give
Yeah, we're gaining the trust of the defense each week. Like the Browns, they scored 3 points, but at the same time, they had DTR. So it ain't nothing too crazy, but at the same time, let's see what we do against the Buffalo Bills if we do get to face them in the playoffs. We got the Jets, and then that's it from there.
Huntley a lot of credit. And this kind of performance, Huntley, he puts another one out there like this. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Cooper Rush has bought himself being a backup quarterback for the next 8 years in the NFL because of the way he played. Tyler Huntley, he puts another performance out like this next week. Same for him. he is going to buy himself a ticket to be, I'm a backup quarterback in the NFL for a long, long time. You can trust me, and I hope he does it. And he looked good today. He definitely did.
Yeah, I kind of thought that with Tyler Huntley in Baltimore. I mean,
Exactly.
that was a little
It was kind of going
bit
that
of a
way.
head scratcher. It's
Right.
like, he's the perfect guy
Right.
to stay there and be
Exactly
the
right.
backup quarterback, and now it seems like he's the perfect guy to be in Miami to be the backup quarterback.
He gets the ball out of his hands quick. He's pretty accurate. And what I would like to add on to this today is the way he threw and being accurate, they didn't run the ball worth a freaking damn today, right? He led the team in rushing.
Yep.
They never got that going. So that tells you
it just never worked with Devon A-Chain and Raheem Mostert. So Tyler Huntley, he said, F it. I can run, so let me get the most rushing yards on the team. I can do that with my legs. Tua, he can never do that. He can never do that, man.
that they had to rely on him to make some throws and make some plays. They did it. Showed a little grit. Good for the Miami Dolphins getting the win on the road.
So a bad offensive day for the Cleveland Browns, a better one by the Miami Dolphins. A great offensive day by the New York Giants.
What? Say that again. That doesn't go in the same sentence. One
They
more time
scored
for me.
45. The great offensive day for the New York Giants.
Oh yeah, that's it. I was watching that one for the Dolphins and what he had to say. But shout out to Chris Sims. I'll be watching his videos sometimes, and I just think that was something y'all should have heard. What else I got next? I actually got something not regarding to the Dolphins. We got Saquon Barkley and him not breaking the rushing record. They're gonna let him sit this one out. So I'm shocked about that. So we're gonna check that out right now. Let me get to y'all comments. Agree clearly, our D is better than our offense. So whenever your defense is stronger than your offense, make sure the offense is riding a defensive wave. So the defense got to make sure the other team don't score more than like 19, 21 points. And the offense, if you think that you can't score more than 21 or 23 points, make sure you're doing your job on defense so it could be easier on the offense. So I love that right there. I love that our defense is as good as it is right now. Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Brooks. Wait till we draft some good defensive players next year. Look what happens. I feel like they trying to play possum with the lineup right now. And do you think Carson Wentz can hold it down for the Chiefs? Maybe. Who knows? Like sitting behind Patrick Mahomes may lead to him having a good game. DeAndre Hopkins, there's an incentive in there for him to score. So I feel like the Chiefs, they will be trying for certain players that need to reach like their threshold in regards to yards for the season, so on and so forth. They're going to try to help them boys get that. So Marquise Hollywood-Brown, he going to get some playing time. DeAndre Hopkins, like I said, he got to score, so he's going to get some playing time. But in regards to us and the Broncos beating the Chiefs, there's a good chance with Carson Wentz. There's a good chance because the Broncos, they got a good defense. I'm not going to lie. They got a good defense. Patrick Surtain, he might be the defensive MVP. It might not even be Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. It might be Patrick Surtain this year. The first time in a long time by a DB. Yes, Carson, he's an okay quarterback. I believe KC still wins versus Bo Nix. We're going to see. I hope so. At Raphael, Nix is starting to come into his own. That's true, but hey, we all want the Chiefs to win. It's just a matter of if Carson Wentz is going to do what he has to do to make sure that he get us to that point to where Dolphins are in the playoffs, and the Chiefs, they just I don't know what the Chiefs got going on. They don't have nothing to play for, to be honest. So they don't got to play none of their starters. So they could win this one or lose this one, to be honest. Either one. Bo hasn't played any good defense. Dolphins player B. Jones is with the Broncos. Hey, that's another thing. He might know all the plays. He might know all the plays, and boom, the Broncos end up winning. But we don't want that. We do not want that. But yeah, seeing the game they played earlier on in this year. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Yeah, I'm kind of torn in regards to this. I'm already set in regards to us not making the playoffs, but there's still some hope compared to other teams. There's still some hope. Yeah, but you seen the game that they played earlier on in this year. Yeah, I seen that game, the Broncos versus Chiefs game. I seen that game. Wasn't it like low scoring? I think Cortland Sutton scored that game, if I'm not mistaken. But I think it's at the Chiefs' house. So that's going no, I think it's at Broncos' house. They played at the Chiefs earlier. So it's at Broncos' house. So that could be another thing that could help the Broncos win. So I don't know. The Broncos, they're a good enough team to beat the Chiefs. They're good enough, especially with Carson Wentz. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But let's hear what Saquon Barkley had to say about him not breaking that rushing record.
You're not gonna play on Sunday. Yeah, coach asked me, what I like to do. We had a conversation, and he called me back, let me know that we're probably gonna be resting, and my reaction was kind of like I told my family. Obviously, my family, probably wanted a little bit more than me, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning football games and we're in the playoffs. So I got a bigger goal in mind anyway.
It seemed like the team shut him down, man. The team shut him down. If I was the Eagles, I love Saquon, but it's easy to find a running back, man. It's easy to find a run if anything happens. As soon as he reaches 100, get him out the game. Get him out the game, man, because ain't no way he gonna mess up on that record. I really want to see him break it. I really want to see him do it.
What was your message to Nick when you did it? I mean, he asked me if I wanted to play, if I want to go for it. I said on Sunday, I probably didn't care too much for it. When I slept on it, I was like, there's an opportunity to implant my name in football history. I may never get another opportunity like that again. So I'm down, but at the end of the day, I don't care for putting the team at risk. And he's the head coach for a reason. He makes the decisions, and whatever decision he wanted to make, I let him know if you want me to play, I'm gonna go out.
Nah, put your foot down, bro. You can't do this, Saquon. You can't. You can't, bro. Please, Saquon, go talk to Sirianni. Let him know that he don't know nothing. If you don't play me, you're getting fired. Saquon, he got the power to say that. He pretty much the best player on the Eagles right now. Pretty much the best player, man. Let me see. Yeah, it was a field goal block during that game. Definitely was. Get that record. I'm telling you, fam, I don't know. He might end up going to get that record, probably like the first half once he get it, but Ashton Genty, he didn't get the record. Boise State, they played Penn State. They was knocking his ass around. So I feel bad for Ashton Genty. He missed it by 27 yards. Missed it by 27. And Saquon probably seen that game. He played at Penn State, and he noticed, like, damn, Genty, they were trying to injure him. The Giants, that's his old team. You never know what them boys could try to do to him to make sure that he don't get that record. He might get hurt trying to get that record. So, hey, that's a good choice by the coaching staff. But at the same time, I still want to see Saquon break that record. I do. Shout out to my boy Ice. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. Much love. Saquon deserves it at MVP. Good case for that. But he got to break the record for me to be in consideration for him to be the MVP. He got to break that record. But they're not going to let him. They're not. But it seems like a Super Bowl ring is more important to the Eagles right now than Saquon's numbers. That's what it seemed like. Yeah, Saquon has to make that history, but it seemed like them boys, they don't care about it. But if he gets hurt, then they look unresponsible. Exactly my point. But knowing Saquon, I know he the type of player to like to have records. Like he talked to his family about it actually, so his family wanted to see it happen. So in regards to them shutting it down, I'm surprised like they didn't even ask him, hey, do you want to break this record or are you good for right now? So we're gonna see, man. I think they might change their mind, especially since his old team is the New York Giants. It just makes sense for him to break that record on that day on day field. It just makes sense.
Out there and make sure I get it, and if we don't, I'm okay with that too.
Lane said he also talked to the line. What does it mean to you guys that your opinion mattered to Coach Sirianni?
Sorry about that. I'm gonna give you guys some space. Means a lot, and it's not. You're not caught off guard by it because it's like that every game. He's a guy that's open door policy. You can go in there and talk about anything. Sometimes he'll just call you randomly and just chop it up with you. So, and I think it's pretty cool that as bad as I won the record, the lineman won it too. So that kind of what made me change my mindset on Monday too, because I know that, like I said, my name would be the one in there in the history books, but they would be the O-line that would have done it for me.
Is there a part of you, or maybe for your family, that would have wanted it a little bit extra because it would have come against the Giants?
Yeah, it would have been special to do it against the Giants, but not for the reasons why, how you guys probably perceive it to be. At the end of the day, like I always say, I got nothing but love and respect for those guys over there. And there's a lot of trainers and coaches and strength guys over there that I put through hell. And they helped me out with my ACL, helped me out with my injuries, and I wouldn't be able to be the player I am today without those guys over there too. So it kind of been like a full circle moment. But at the end of the day, it's not in God's plan. And like I said, I got bigger things in mind, and we get a chance to get a rest and get ready to roll for the playoffs.
Could have done a straight hand for you and just laid down.
Yeah, he's not gonna break the record. He not. He gonna listen to the coaches. Yeah,
where you get it.
I'm not too familiar with that. I seen a clip the other day on ESPN that they were talking about that, but yeah, I don't think if I did play this game, the New York Giants would let me go out there and just run for 100 yards pretty easy.
How would you characterize your emotion right now? Is there some semblance of disappointment?
No, it's not disappointment. Like at the end of the day, I'll have a time. Don't have time yet, but to be able to reflect on the season, and I've done a lot of great things so far this year, and I always hold myself, to a standard. I can go back and pick 15 or 20 plays that if I would have done this or made this guy miss, that record would have been broken pretty easy. So it's no disappointment. I'm blessed to even be in position to even have an opportunity to do that. Like I said, it's not in God's plan. So, but what is in God's plans is the opportunity to get ready for the playoffs and give myself not only myself but all the starters a little break, so we can get in the playoffs healthy and go for a run.
How are you?
Yeah, Saquon, he definitely humble. Mo is definitely humble.
How are you feeling at this
Feel
point
good.
in the season? How much is that break important right now?
I think it's important because we haven't had a bye since week 4 or week 5. So we've been going at it since then. Won 10 in a row, lost 1 and won another one. So it's like I think the rest definitely is going to help rather than hurt us. But me personally, I feel great. If I had to go out there and get the record, I felt really good enough to do it too. But yeah, I made a joke to one of my boys the other night that my body don't feel like I ran for 2,000 yards. So that's a good thing. And
oh wow,
gotta give it a
that's
shot.
crazy. That boy saying he healthy. That's what he's saying.
I tell all the people that helped me feel like that also.
Can you talk about the outpouring since you've hit that 2,000 yards milestone, some of the messages maybe that you've received?
Yeah, I think the coolest ones to me is the guys who've done it and kind of welcomed me to the club. That means a lot because a lot of those guys, I grew up watching, or if I didn't get to actually watch them play as a kid, watching highlights and be able to watch all the YouTube highlights and try to resemble their game to mine. So yeah, to me, that's probably been the coolest thing, rather than all the other people, but to get love and have a guy like Chris Johnson or Jamal Lewis and all those guys reach out meant a lot to me.
The message here is
Damn, the GOATs were hitting him up. Chris Johnson, that's crazy right there. That's crazy. But Saquon, he in that territory in regards to one of the best running backs we've seen, in a long time. One of the best. He definitely gonna be in the record books, and they're gonna be talking about Saquon for years to come, especially with that hurdle that he did earlier this year. Man, that's history right there. That's history. Let me go to some of the comments. Going to the Giants is a cherry on top record, So I don't know what the Eagles got going on, man, but I want to see Saquon break that record. I put Saquon on my parlay for rushing yards just because of the record, and they took him out. They took him out, man. So it's crazy. God first, Harold Carmichael. Imagine here that we was with Saquon today. That offense would be 100. Shoot. You never know. Maybe we'll get something in the draft. I'm not seeing anything like that in the draft, but who knows? You may never know. That hurdle was legendary. He's not human. Yeah, most definitely. He's most definitely not human. Sometimes I be thinking, man, maybe the aliens are right next to us, man. Maybe the aliens are right next to us. That's what I be thinking, to be honest. That hurdle was equal to that Odell catch to me. Very similar. He did that hurdle backwards. He wasn't even looking at the defender. He just knew like he was gonna try to hit him. The only way to go was up, and he went up, came back down, still ran, man. So Saquon, we had the shot to trade for him. Imagine Saquon and Devon H in the same offense. Imagine, man. I'll have to pray. I'll have to pray.
Back-to-back games. I'm sorry, no one's done it twice. Is there any, I don't want to say fear, but like concern that he might not be back in the spot again?
No, I don't think Derrick Henry could do it. He needs what, like that's
he needs 200 plus.
Yeah, 200 plus this week. 217. I'm not gonna lie, I knew that number. I talked to him today. He was telling me like seeing if I was gonna get it, and obviously the news came out that I'm sitting, and I kind of told him, you could do something special too. Be the first one to do it twice, and yeah, you never know. But that's life. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I can't guarantee anything, but my mindset is to finish the season off strong and try to accomplish what we want to accomplish as a team. And at the same time, the way I believe in myself, and if I continue to have faith in God and continue to have the same work ethic, why not? Why can't I be the first person to do that, or why can't I be in the same position I am next year? So this year it's not in the plan. So we move on and we get ready for the playoffs.
I feel like this year the Eagles, they're close. They're close. Out of all years, this year you got to focus on the Super Bowl. And Saquon Barkley, he's an important piece in regards to them making that Super Bowl. He's an important piece, man. And let me get to some of y'all comments. LOL, you wild, bro. My bad, bro. DG, what you think about the running back from Boise State? I like him. He's a Haitian descent player. So, any Haitian player, I gotta rep for him. I do think that he's a good running back, but if you put the best team around him, he's gonna look like an amazing running back, just like he did at Boise State. But if you draft him to a team that don't have a lot of weapons around him, and he has to do all the work, then, he going to have good games against bad teams, but against good teams, like he's showing over there at Boise State, whenever they went up against a good team, they're unable to do anything with them. He still puts up over 100 yards, but he doesn't do anything to the point where he could win the game against good teams. So I just think he just got to go to the right team, and he could be considered like a top 5, top 10 running back in the whole NFL. He's worth a first-round pick, in my honest opinion. If you could get Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round, and then I think teams would invest a first-round pick in Ashton Jeanty, and I don't think the Dolphins would invest a first-round pick in a running back, especially with what we have, Devon H. So I just don't think his value is there for us to invest in him. I would take Ashton Jeanty in another draft. If we didn't have Devon H. I'm taking Ashton Jeanty. Yeah, I'm taking him. But since we got Devon H. we probably gonna have to wait till like the middle rounds. I got some running backs that I do like from this draft class. Now I'm gonna show y'all probably in another stream. I'm gonna just get some clips on them, and then we all gonna react to those players that I like at each position, even O-line. Some YouTubers, they don't break down the O-line, but I'm gonna break down the O-line and see which ones will be the best for the Miami Dolphins based off the scheme. That's what I'm gonna do. But that offense in Philly is goated. Most definitely. That's what I'm saying. Saquon, he has all the pieces around him We should have known that he was going to get over 2,000 yards rushing. This is what happens when you put the best O-line for a running back. You could threaten teams with your passing game as well because you got 2 number 1 receivers. You got Jalen Hurts. He's a threat with his legs, so it opens up everything for Saquon Barkley. It's like he's in the perfect environment for him to thrive. And now he could have broken the record in regards to rushing in one season. That goes to show you, like, the Eagles, they were like the perfect match for Saquon Barkley to get to that point. I feel like with Devon Achane, he could be that type of running back, but we're not putting him in the best position to be that type of running back to go over 2,000 yards. If our O-line was a little bit better, Devon Achane, he could be in those like levels. Saquon hit all his years at the Giants. He ain't never do nothing like this. Never. As soon as he goes to the Eagles, this is what he's doing. So he's proven to you that he's a very talented player, and sometimes talented players don't get highlighted on bad teams, even though they're good players. And as soon as they go to a good team, everything around them is just going to make them better. So that's what's going on with Saquon, and now he's breaking records. Shout out to my boy Chef Jew. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. What's good, OGDG and everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Please check your posts. Mine's good right now. Mine's good. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, y'all. We're going to do this for another 365. So it ain't nothing. Let me see. He just on the smaller side. We already got a weak O-line, plus we got Achane. He is small. He like 5'8". I'm trying to get a running back that's at least 5'11", 5'10", 6 foot, over 200, 215, around that range. I could take that. Good speed as well. Subscribe, like, share, and donate. Please help the channel grow. Appreciate you for saying that, Chef Drew. Facts, Iceman. Possible trade. Some RBs we have already. Jeff Wilson, Mostert for draft picks. I don't know if a team getting Raheem Mostert off our hands after what happened this year, especially towards the end of the year. And there's no value. We probably get like a 6th round pick, 7th round for Raheem, probably. Wish we had that for Tua, the O-line part, Lane Johnson, etc. Maybe a good O-line would have brought the best out of Tua. To be honest, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, but I feel like the environment around him is causing him to play up to a standard as to where he could go to a Super Bowl. The Eagles are highlighting their players in regards to having enough all around them to make it to high levels. Saquon, 2,000 yards because he's on the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, he made it to the Super Bowl. I would have never thought that Jalen Hurts would make it to the Super Bowl before this year. I would have never thought, but he did. So the Eagles, they just do it the right way in regards to scouting the right players and putting them on the team. They do it the right way. No complaint.
What your perspective is now on this, because as someone who's appreciated history, the running backs have done it, the numbers that you'll look back and see your name on. Some other players, sometimes buried, wasn't in at the end, or other records. Does it change kind of how you think about how history shows those names in order, and not having a chance to add to the number?
Yeah, I mean, even before I ever got in this position, I always looked at it different. Like Eric Dixon, I gotta make sure what I say is not like throwing a shot at him, but Eric Dixon has a record. You can't take nothing away from him with that. It's amazing. I think the 2 most impressive ones would be OJ, because the amount of games he did it in is 14, and then Barry, the amount of carries he did it in like 335. So yeah, it was cool for me that knowing how close I was, and to be able to do the research again, even though I have done it before, and be able to go and watch Adrian Peterson do it and on YouTube. When I would watch it as a kid, and then I watched Barry do it on YouTube against the Jets. So I was able to go back down memory lane that I guess I wasn't even old enough for, I guess you could say. But yeah, your perspective definitely does change on it, and But at the end of the day, I think it's just cool to even be mentioned with those guys.
Do you have any idea what the record is if you include the playoffs?
Like, I actually know that. Terrell Davis, 24, 50-something, 60-something.
So you can still go get that.
Exactly. That matters.
2460. He at 2,000 right now, so he has to rush over 500, 400 yards in the playoffs in order for him to break that record, including the playoffs. So we're gonna see if he could do that. We're gonna see.
The most, and that's how I look at it. That's how I kind of been telling my family is like, we didn't come here, and I ain't signed here to break Eric Dixon's record. We came here to win the Super Bowl, and I think everyone knows that. That's our goal and what we want to accomplish.
Was there a point in this season though where his numbers started to really come into focus for you? You thought, I can really do this. I can really get this.
I'll say probably after the Rams game, or probably I don't know if it was the Rams game or whenever I hit 1,000. I was like, there's definitely a chance. It's a possibility, especially with playing 17 games. But yeah, it is what it is.
That just means the O-line is doing a good job. You know, that boy said he don't feel nothing after running for 2,000 yards. He feel perfectly fine. This is a running back that went through an ACL injury, and he's saying this. So Saquon, he a beast. He definitely a beast.
You the whole just being the rushing champion just this year.
Yeah, I gotta be careful what I say because Derek still can get that. You know what I mean? He's a special player, and you can't count him out on anything. But it would mean a lot. I think not only for myself, but for the offensive line, but when you look at the history of the position, you know, all the greats have at least one or two. So, and I want to be one of those greats. So I would love to have one under my belt. But at the end of the day, you know, if Derek go out there and gets 230, I'm not gonna be upset. I'll probably be the first one to congratulate him, and I think it would be pretty cool that, you know, in my lifetime I'll be able to watch or play against someone that was able to do it twice.
But you know, Derrick Henry not getting 230. You know that. That's the amount of yards Derrick Henry needs to break Saquon record right now. That's the amount. Ain't no way Derrick Henry doing that in one game. No way.
Is there somebody in your family who did take it the hardest?
My father.
Yeah? What was
He tried to act like he didn't, but you know, he called me yesterday, try to say Happy New Year's, check up on me. But he definitely wanted me to play. You know, selfishly for him, you got to think about it. For however long, whether it would take a year if I would have broke it, or for someone to break it, or another 40, 50 years, our last name would have been attached to that. So I see it from that side too, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning football games, and he's the one that raised me to kind of be all about the team too. So he can have his little selfish moment, but he'll get over it.
How'd you console him?
You're just saying, even though I'm not the number one person on the list, even every time you look at the list, you're gonna see my name there. That's what he's saying.
Huh?
How'd you console him?
I just told him, I was like, yeah, it's not happening. We'll move on.
The message. There were 4 games where you didn't play really at all in the fourth quarter. You kind of think that you probably would have the record by now.
Yeah, I think you know, my viral "Let the Young Boys Eat" kind of came back to bite me. You know what? But no, I wouldn't change that. Yeah, there's some games, but like I said, that's not. You don't go out there and even. You know, the next opportunity I have, I'm not going to go out there and be like, the goal is to break the record. You go out there, you play the game for the right reasons, and go out there to win, have fun, and also enjoy seeing your guys go out there and eat too. So, yeah, obviously I just made a joke about it, but I wouldn't change.
Man, that's a good answer right there. Definitely a good answer. I'll let Mostert go. Coach Mike McDaniel needs to keep sticking with Etienne and Wright. Also, Wright needs to stop being punished because his dad keep calling out the crap they're doing to him to not have reps. Oh, for real, that's the case? I did not know that. I didn't know that. I did know that his dad was on Twitter speaking in regards to his son, but I didn't know that he was getting punished for that. You know, next year he gonna get his carries. Don't worry. Next year he gonna get his carries unless Miami Daniel do the unthinkable and bring back Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. At that point, I'm gonna start questioning him because, you know, I know you familiar with those players. You don't want to switch up, but I think it's time for a change. We need more explosion on this team. You know, sometimes with the old players, you know, they get kind of rusty and then they don't perform how they used to. You know, if you get a young guy, he's trying to prove himself. You know, you're probably gonna get more production out of him. You know, so that's why it's so good getting a rookie. Plus, you saving money. A veteran, you probably gonna have to give more money, but with a rookie, you could save money and you're gonna get twice the production because they're trying to earn their money. You know, so
change that for anything.
The message here is that there's something bigger than the record for this team.
Yeah.
Do you need to win the Super Bowl for you to feel maybe a little bit better about all this when you look back on it?
No, I mean, like, my mindset is, you know, obviously whoever we play in the playoffs first, win there and go on and go on. But say we talking crazy and that doesn't happen, I'm not going to look back on it and be like, damn, since we didn't even do that, like I should have had the opportunity. Like, you know, I wanted to do it, but once I found out that we're not, like, I was just like, okay, kind of made it easier for me because it's not my decision, it's coach's decision, and I'm glad that I didn't have to make that decision. Because say if you go out there for a selfish reason and something negative happens, and I'm the one that's, you know, out there trying to get the offensive line to go play and beat a record for me, it sounds crazy. So honestly, I'm just.
Yeah, he probably just didn't want to force the record to happen. That's probably the reason as to why he was like, nah, I'm just not going to play.
Happy I didn't have to make that decision. Nick made it pretty easy on me, and you know, I'm truly at peace at it.
In camp, you gave a press conference talking about how you want to be great and you're chasing being great. And in that press conference, you spoke about how Emmitt Smith has the all-time record, but Barry Sanders is best at X, and you kind of went through it all. And so, as you think about that, have you kind of, I guess, considered how your season's viewed in the context of being great in the NFL?
No, I think you know, when you're done playing, or maybe in the offseason, I'll reflect on it. I am well aware of, you know, the great things we have accomplished so far this season. But yeah, I haven't really allow my mind to travel down that way. But you know, I do know something that will add to it is going out there in the playoffs and getting the job done. So I look forward to that, and whoever it is, well, first I'm go out there and make sure that I support my teammates and try to be the eyes and ears for Kenny and Will and those guys on Sundays to get a win, because we can still go out there and win 14 games and do something that this franchise only ever done twice. And then after that,
for y'all parlays, be on the lookout for Kenneth Gainwell. He probably going to score. He's probably going to get the yardage as well. So y'all write him down, put him on your notes.
Move right on to the next week and continue to try to improve on the great season that we've had so far.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, I know Coach Sirianni has.
All right, shout out to Saquon. I just wanted to hear what Saquon had to say. Lane Johnson, one of the best tackles in the league, but I'm not gonna sit here and listen to him. I did see Iceman mention his wife, so I'm gonna play some videos of his wife from back in the day.
If you've tried dropshipping in the past before and failed, it is not your fault. The traditional dropshipping model is
right now at 5:30, out of jail, the outspoken wife of Miami Dolphins player Brent Grimes is quiet as she walks out of the correctional facility, still in a Miami Dolphins jersey, following her arrest at Sun Life Stadium on game day.
And this is real life right here?
Grimes is facing a number of charges, including battery on a law enforcement officer.
And while she is out of jail, she wasn't one place where she normally is on a Monday afternoon, on the radio. CBS 4's Joan Murray has more on Grimes' arrest tonight from Davie.
Miko Grimes left jail 3 a.m, quietly slipping.
She's not even sad that she just got out of jail. She's not even sad. She's smirking. She's smirking like she'd been there before, man. That's crazy. I know she crazy.
Grimes left jail 3 a.m, quietly slipping into a waiting car, still wearing her Miami Dolphins shirt. This was Grimes screaming and swearing on the ground at Sun Life Stadium Sunday after her arrest. She never saw her husband, Dolphins cornerback Brent Grimes, play and was hauled off in a golf cart after police say she headbutted a female officer.
There was a barricade of police bicycles that she proceeded to go through and enter a restricted area. That's when she was intercepted by a police sergeant who once again advised her not to go into a restricted area.
I'm strong, I'm aggressive, I lift weights. There's nothing punk about me.
Nah, if you're a girl and you lift weights, like if you lift too much weights, I don't know with his wife. It don't look like she like a weightlifter, but the way she said it, you just know she a aggressive female, very very aggressive. I don't want to say nothing too offensive. I don't know if they're gonna be watching this video, but this is crazy. But only in Miami, only in Miami.
Until her arrest, Grimes had her own sports radio show on WQAM.
There she goes. She
The
lit.
station said Monday she is off the air for now, and her Twitter account is down too. Before the Dolphins' painful loss to Buffalo, Grimes had tweeted, "Pull up, drinks on me."
I'm aware of the situation, but certainly don't have all the details.
Philbin, man, we're just going through it these days, man. Bad head coach, bad football player wives. It's just too much for an organization to handle. But in Miami, you would expect that. In Miami, you would expect something like this to happen. John Smith, he had the same situation. I think it's his ex-wife. She poured boiling hot water on John Smith. Boiling hot water. I'm guessing she found out John Smith was cheating, and she almost burned our tight end one. Almost burned him, man. So
facts. I haven't really listened to her on the radio, so I can't comment as to what she's saying specifically.
Grimes has been a vocal critic of the.
He tried her.
I can't comment. I haven't really listened to her on the radio, so
You don't listen to her on the radio. He ain't trying to hear all that, man. He ain't trying to hear all that. He's just trying to focus on winning games, but he ain't do that either.
Can't comment as to what she's saying specifically.
Grimes has been a vocal critic of the NFL, once tweeting, quote, "I have friends beaten while pregnant," and the NFL suspended the player 1 game.
I thought I was a bad guy for like 5 years now, and now all of a sudden
you're a national bad guy now.
I'm a national bad guy.
Grimes' husband was a no-show in the locker room.
Wow.
Teammate Michael Thomas says Grimes is handling the situation as best he can.
I think he's all right. We all deal with issues, so I think
Michael Thomas.
It's unclear when
One of the greatest special team players for the Dolphins all time.
or if Miko Grimes will return to her radio gig. She is scheduled to be arraigned on these criminal charges the end of October. In Davie, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.
Yeah, she was definitely a wild one, like you guys in the chat. Definitely wild. See if there's anything else. It seems like she's ride or die. No matter what, she's gonna stick with them. No matter what. Let me get to some of y'all comments real quick. Saquon is a top 10 so far in all-time running backs. For me, he's climbing. Give him about 2 more years. Let's hope that he could get a ring in those 2 years. Let's hope so. Saquon classy about the NFL history. Right now it seems like they're more focused on getting that Super Bowl ring. That's their main objective and focus. Main thing. Like the Brent Grimes saga, exactly. OGDG. Grimes' wife was wild. Definitely is. I could tell by the way she looks. She is wild. Let's see. Yeah, bro, those times was rough. But at the same time, because the Dolphins were losing, that what made me a fan, because everybody didn't really want to ride with the Dolphins. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ride with this team, man. I'm gonna ride. It makes sense, right around the way, about an hour away from my house. I could go to the game at any time. It makes sense in regards to me being a fan. I want to be a fan of a team, but I gotta pick the right team. It just makes the most sense for me to like the Dolphins. It just makes the most sense. I could be a bandwagon like the Patriots because of what they did in the past. But I'm not gonna do that. That's how a lot of fans start. Be based off of a team winning a championship. Then right after that, the next season, they're bandwagoning the team, thinking that they're gonna do it again, and boom, they go and bandwagon the other team that wins the Super Bowl, thinking that they're gonna continuously win. But I think it's gonna switch up this year in regards to who wins the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, he won it the last 3 times, but this year I don't think it's gonna be him. It's gonna be somebody else. I don't know who, but it's gonna be somebody else. Bro, that is how they did Tyreek Hill in the ground as well. Yeah, that's definitely how they did Tyreek. Those tactics are too much. Need to reduce the tactics. But hey, shoot, sometimes you could pick the wrong people to have kids with. You still gotta go along with them, but at the same time, when you're an athlete, you're being targeted. So you can't really tell as to what female will approach you. If it's going to be a good one, if it's going to be a bad one. A lot of females will want you, but it just all depends on which one you choose to commit to. Because you do have options, so it shouldn't be that hard to find the right one. Shouldn't be that hard, but athletes still choose the wrong one. Still choose. Um, but she was a wild one, true on Miami, especially to the Dolphins. Them cops are wild too. I spent 6 days in jail in Phoenix last year. I got into an argument with a trooper inside the stadium and straight to jail for trespassing. Dang. I didn't know they play like that over there in Phoenix. I did not know. Oh, bro, that coach on you got the job because during the Packers Rogers days, he bought out Yo made Joe get a coaching job. Oh yeah, Joe Philbin. He got a job because of Aaron Rodgers, pretty much. He got a job because of Aaron Rodgers with us, and they thought that what they did with Aaron Rodgers could happen with us. I think he was the O-line coach for the Packers before he became a head coach. Like, what type of team is hiring an O-line coach to be a head coach? At least make sure it's an OC or a DC. An O-line coach to be a head coach, really, and y'all thought it was gonna work. That's what y'all get for hiring Joe Philbin. That's what y'all get, man. To be honest, I like the Adam Gase hiring more than the Joe Philbin. To be honest, man, I don't even want to compare those two because they're horrible. But Adam Gase, at least he gave me Jarvis Landry. At least he gave me some excitement with some of the players that we had on the team. But it's just, it seemed like he was off something, and then he went to the Jets thinking it's better over there, but it's actually worse. So Adam Gase, he's gone now. I don't know what he's doing. Let me try to see if I can find out what he's doing, man. Adam Gase, what is he doing now?
Advisor for the 33rd Team, a media and technology company.
What? Oh, hell nah. Come on, Gase. I thought you were going to be back in coaching. That's what I thought. Wow, that's crazy, man. Y'all got to go hit up Gase, man. I thought he was going to have another job by now. That's what I thought. What's up with her husband? She know what's up with her. Like, she's one of those females that would check to see if you're on a football roster or not. If you ask her, if she asks you if you're a football player, she's gonna go check to see what team you're on, and then she's gonna check your number and check your stats. If you don't put up no stats, she's not gonna talk to you. If you put up stats, she's gonna talk to you. She's one of them types. You wild, fam. You wild for this one. I don't know about this, but they say the crazy ones, they're crazy for a reason, But hey, I don't want to interfere. Happy wife, happy life. Y'all know what they say. He got that. Trying to sound like a coach. Now she trying to sound like she knows she don't know what she's talking about, man. She knows she don't know what she's talking about. Hey, Brent Grimes, this is what you got going on, man. Brent Grimes, bro. Brent Grimes, man. This is what you got going on.
3 hours before kickoff, he plays his best.
So that's your pregame meal? That was your pregame meal. Hey, I wish I had that when I was playing. I wish, man. Y'all ain't hear that?
My best games is.
Does she know that she's getting recorded right now? Does she know that she's getting recorded? Because I don't think so. He talked like she don't know.
Coming right off of one.
Right off this pussy. 3 hours before kickoff.
Oh, man, he might get fined for that one. He might get fined for that one once they find out, oh, you doing that 3 hours before the game? Hey, that might give you superpowers. That's what all of our players need. Imagine if our players got that. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we're tripping the whole time. We do have the talent to win the Super Bowl, but they're not doing that before the game. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe. She only care about her. She don't care about him. She don't. Come on, man. She just saying that because she want it now. She can't wait for it. 48 hours? Nah, that's not flying with her. No, like she don't care about nothing, man. I told y'all. Even before she started talking, I knew by her look what she was about. Nice house. But yeah, man, shout out to Brent Grimes and his wife. Shout out to them. Yeah, that's a toxic couple right there. Very toxic couple. Let me see what else they got of her. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep in with this before I get in trouble. This is the last video of her. Last video.
You know, this is a big story all over the internet now.
All the time, and he says that's how she feels. That's her opinion. That's her Twitter. It has nothing to do with me. If you ask him his opinion, I'm sure it's different. That's how I feel, and what I'm going through in my life as his wife. We're two different people, as you can see. We don't have like an umbilical cord connecting us.
Listen up, Footballville here with some more sports news. NFL free agency. Brent Grimes flew out of Miami and has now landed. Brent Grimes has landed in Tampa Bay. Brent Grimes has sort of been known in the media recently about his wife Miko Grimes, who had some things to say about Tannehill and some other personal Miami things about the organization. And some people
you're forbidden to talk about your husband's team quarterback. Forbidden, especially if you're Tua. Because there's some people with bad stuff to say about Tua. So everybody gotta be on Tua's side if you play for the Dolphins. You got to. You cannot have that that division in the locker room. Like Tua knowing that there's one guy in the locker room that knows that he suck at quarterback. You cannot have that. You cannot have that, man. So with her, she already bringing toxic energy in regards to her trying to get Ryan Tannehill canceled. Off rip, that's what she's bringing. So
that Miko was basically holding Brent back. Brent has picked up $16.5 million for 2 years from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Miko Grimes is still his wife. He signed today, March the 11th, and right after that, Miko was nowhere to be found on Twitter. Her Twitter account was down. Her Instagram account was down. But boy, she came back in a big way. Take a look.
Wow, she tried the Dolphins. The Bucs are a real organization, being ran properly. Man, she tried us. Unlike that dumpster fire in the AFC East we just left, they wouldn't dare ask me to delete my Twitter. I deleted my Twitter because also the Dolphins told her to delete her Twitter. That's crazy. That's crazy. I deleted my Twitter because I didn't want the Twitter gangsters and thumb thugs to have anyone to at me when they find out that the Bucs and multiple other teams made them all look stupid. Who doesn't want a Pro Bowl corner that's doing, I'm not even going to cuss on here, no other corner in the league can do right now. So she's basically saying Brent Grimes, he's doing stuff that everybody else in the league cannot do. You know, Brent Grimes, he was a good player, but it's just with him, the athletic traits, it wasn't there. He just had good ball skills for a guy his size. Very good ball skills. Men lie, women lie, stats lie, the media lies. You know what's undefeated? Film. We are happy, and I don't feel like sharing it with anyone just yet. I'll be back very soon, and I'll be the same supportive, dedicated, truthful BITCH I was before I left. So, yeah, this girl, she's a wild one, man. She's a wild one. I don't know if I'll cuff this right here. I don't know. I do not know, man. Next, we're going to go to Twitter. I would do Mike McDaniel, but Mike McDaniel, he be making me go to sleep, man, whenever I listen to him. He be making me go to sleep, man. Right here, first thing we're going to cover is Tyreek Hill. He said, Happy New Year, especially to the Chiefs. What does this mean? What does this mean, Tyreek? I know you trolling, but at the same time, when is this going to end? Are you going to keep on doing this every week? You're going to give us something to talk about? Look how much impressions it got. This is not the exact one, but somebody retweeted this. So this kind of like concerned me, but at the same time, I ain't really take it to heart because Tyreek Hill, he's just going to post anything just to see what we going to do. And y'all be falling for it. Y'all be falling. I won't follow him. I won't fall no more. I will not fall no more, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in regards to Tyreek and what he did, and what he posted. Happy New Year. You think about the Chiefs this New Year, we're trying to make it to the playoffs. And you over here talking about the Chiefs. They're already in the playoffs. But us, what about us, fam? What about us? Let me get to y'all comments real quick before I go to the next tweet. The best motivation. Yeah, sometimes you need it before the game, man. Get your mind right, your mental right. You feel like you could conquer anything when you do that before a game. That's what you feel like. Deshaun Watson, he has a different routine that we don't want to get into because we might get arrested if we get into those routines. So Deshaun Watson, he definitely a different breed. Definitely a different breed. 2 years ago, fans wanted Watson. Imagine if we had that. A lot wanted Watson over Tua. Maybe if Watson was in our situation, like Cleveland, that city, that just don't fit Deshaun Watson. I see the type of lifestyle Deshaun Watson lives. That city is not the city. Before he signed with the Cleveland Browns, it was a done deal that he was going to go to the Falcons, his hometown. He was supposed to go to the Falcons, but he chose the Cleveland Browns because they gave him a fully guaranteed contract. Fully guaranteed, no money off the table. We're giving you everything here right now. That's why he went to Cleveland. That's why he chased the bag. He chased the bag. And sometimes when you chase the bag, especially the wrong bag, even though it sounded nice, fully guaranteed, like you should have just went back to the Falcons. Maybe they could have been in a different situation, in your home environment. I just feel like it's a better environment over there in Atlanta for you to thrive and be a good quarterback, especially with Deshaun Watson. But he over there with the Browns, you in the snow during practice. It don't look good outside when you're walking. It's a very depressing place to be at. But, he wanted a fully guaranteed contract, so you're going to have to deal with the consequences. All you thought about was the money. That's all you thought about, to be honest. Let me see. Glad we didn't get Watson, but I want to trade for McCarthy. I don't know, man. He still got that rookie contract, so I don't know if we're going to bring in a backup quarterback making the money that he making. I don't think so. We're going to have to reduce his contract, but we can't do that to a rookie. We can't. He technically going to be a rookie because he ain't played that this year, so he technically is still a rookie. Robert Crafted, Jonathan Martin, I remember those days. Definitely remember. Y'all want me to go back to everything, but maybe another stream I'll go back to Jonathan Martin. Look up what happened during that time. I remember him. Next tweet, we have Deebo Samuel. He's going to talk number 6 at safety on the 49ers. Number 6, Mustafa. He's looking like another good safety that the 49ers got. They got Mustafa, they got Hufanga, and they got Jair Brown. So they got a 3-headed monster at safety. But here's what Amon St. Brown had to say about Mustafa, saying that he probably had the hardest hit that he ever felt this year. The hardest hit.
Number 6 on your team? Who's that name? A missile. Oh my God, name it.
Yeah.
Bro, I had to insert to get him, bro.
Came in hard.
The scouting report was he is going to stick his head in there, but nigga, he came so fast. Pause.
He don't slow down.
Mm-hmm. This nigga, bop! I fell down. I said, oh, shit.
Oh, he knocked you down?
He knocked me down. I said, oh, you got me. He's like, he got up. He started smiling. I was like, yeah. I said, just bring your face next time. Like, bring everything. He's like, okay, I got you. Next time, bro, Jameer pass blocked him. Woo! Hit him so hard. Bro, cut Jameer's whole face open right here.
Oh my God!
I don't know what happened, but he split.
Bro, he's bro. And what's so crazy? I don't know how like y'all can't be, bro, but like I camp against the defense we have, bro. every day.
Y'all go full tackle?
Nah, you're not going to the ground, but when you thud, you know them boys.
Yeah, when you're blocking and shit, like
when you thud them boys, they fit in the run. It's just like, dang, bro, we teammates, bro. Like,
That boy, he was hitting, bro. He might have been this year. He might have brought the most shit, bro, out of all the safeties I played. What is he, a rookie? Where did he come
rookie.
from? I was about to say, I've never seen.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a rookie for sure.
Only a rookie, man. So he getting that high praise because he laying that wood on good players. Laying that wood. You know, I don't have the confidence in regards to Patrick McMorris on our team doing that. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? We're going to see. But shout out to Mustafa and 49ers. They're finding all these DBs, and it's working for them. It's working. Next, we have Tyreek Hill. You know, he retweeted this kid. You know, he looked like an NFL player already. That's what he looked like. Tyreek Hill said, I'll move him to guard. Kid clearly has power and good hands. So now Tyreek Hill, he trying to play scout. He trying to play GM now. Because he see nothing not working for us. He see it now. You know, I think Tyreek Hill said the O-line good too. I think he said that. But let's check out this O-line. Like high school getting unfair nowadays. It's getting unfair. Right. If I was this DN right here and I seen this guy, I'm like, hey, where he came from? But ain't he like what 28, 29 years old in the NFL? You know, this cheating right here. This is definitely cheating. No way he in high school, man. No way, man. Right here we have Ohio State after the Oregon win today. Let's check out them boys and what they did after the win. Everybody thought they was gonna lose. Everybody thought they gonna lose again, but they blew out the Oregon Ducks. Blew them boys out, man. You know, you could tell by the first matchup, you know, the Oregon Ducks, they low-key won by a field goal. Low-key won by a field goal. So you kind of knew like it was gonna be a tough matchup. At the same time, Ohio State, they had the talent to keep up with Oregon. They had the talent.
Oh shit! Woo! Hey, get back a motherfucker!
Them boys lit.
Hey, get back a motherfucker! Hey, get back a motherfucker!
He gonna be a good prospect, a good DN prospect. So be on the lookout for the Ohio State DNs. You know, they'll probably get picked high. One of them name is JJ. This one name is Jack Sawyer. You know, if you want a Van Ginkel replacement, this is your guy. This is your guy.
Hey, motherfucker! You need any advice? Hey, shit! Hey! Oh! Hey! Jack! Sawyer!
I guess a shout out to Brandon Ennis. He's actually from Broward. You know, he took the Ohio State route. You know, they always producing receivers. So I do understand as to why some receivers, they leave Florida to go to Ohio State. You know, same thing with Jeremiah Smith. You know, he left Florida to go to Ohio State because he knew like that's wide receiver you. You know, if Miami could do better and show that they could still produce Michael Irvin and all that, maybe it will be different in regards to the big time receivers in Florida going to Miami. But it seems like they always want to go to somewhere else, like LSU, Ohio State, USC, Oregon, you know. So Florida State, Miami, we gotta do better. We gotta do better in regards to recruiting. Definitely gotta do better. Right here we have Isaiah Likely. He's gonna talk about Lamar Jackson's weight loss. He's gonna talk about that, and you know, we should have seen it coming in regards to what Lamar Jackson doing this year. We should have seen it coming based off what he said in there.
What's going on with Lamar?
He said he was like 230, 235
Okay.
my rookie year, and then now he's slim. So like the first time I seen L, he came back and we was throwing.
And like I'm walking, I'm looking up, and I'm like, who is it? He run over to me. I'm like, man, ain't no way. What you ain't been eating, L? And he's like, man, like I'm good now. He's like, I'm back running how I am. I'm just gonna say now, if y'all thought L was fast before, and L couldn't get caught before.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I can't. I got this weebly wobbly Bengals helmet back there, just trying to hold on.
Even when Lamar running, it looked like he jogging. Even when he running, man.
You're telling me right now that he's a 205 fast. His strength and conditioning coach, Scott Elliott, said he's never been more excited in April for Lamar Jackson. Are you telling me that there's yet another level to this cat that we have not seen, this MVP?
I don't know if unanimous is gonna be the word this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's going on with Lamar?
Okay, so I like that he said that. He's not guaranteeing that Lamar could win it because Josh Allen, he up there. He up there, man. Last year it was like clear cut Lamar Jackson. Not everybody had a good year, but Lamar Jackson's like worst year, he did better than everybody else last year. But this year he outdoing all the years he ever had. He outdoing all of them. So shout out to Lamar Jackson, man. From the crib, like y'all know. Shout out to Scatterboo, the running back from Arizona State. Had a pretty good game. You never see this stat line from anybody. You never do. 42 passing yards, 143 rushing yards, 99 receiving yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, man. So this is a freak human right here. A freak human. I'm not too sure as to where he would fit with the NFL team. If he falls to like the 4th round, I wouldn't mind investing in him in the draft. I wouldn't mind it. You could use him in like a halfback, fullback, tight end role as well. Running back role. You could use him a lot in your offense, and you're not gonna miss a step. If you want to bring in another running back, this could be one of those guys that, it just seemed like he would be a good fit. He seemed like he could be a Raider or a Dolphin. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Scatterbo. He doesn't have the speed that we usually target in drafts, but I do think he makes up for it with his playing style. I do think so. He ran for 143 yards on Texas, a SEC team, so he could do it in the league. He could definitely do it. Shout out to Isaiah McKenzie, the new receiver that's on our team. It seemed like he announced his baby's gender, on national television, but he's not even with the Bills no more. I think this happened this year.
The big man Spike.
That's crazy right there. That's crazy. Let me get to the my boy Iceman comment. Okay, if we win this Sunday and Broncos hold the L, we are lit. Hey, I might pop a bottle on stream if that happens. I might. I don't know. Those NIL deals, most definitely. Hurricanes and Ducks cooked this. Mario Cristobal has to be great next year. It starts with recruiting. You got to make sure you get a good quarterback in there. You got to make sure. Shedeur Sanders, he's going to the NFL draft. What Deion did, he went and got like a top 10 quarterback in all of college football to come to Colorado. And he got a 5-star freshman quarterback waiting in the works. So Colorado, they about to be continuous in regards to winning, and it's not going to stop. Not going to stop. The quarterback name is Caden Salter, so y'all could look him up. Caden Salter, he pretty good. Pretty good. Imagine if we drafted him. Lamar is top 10 in my all-time QBs. He's inching up. I give him top 20, not top 10 just yet. Top 20. Top 20.
The big man Spike.
That boy happy, man. That boy happy. Here's some other news today. The Las Vegas Raiders have the second best odds to acquire future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is a 4-time NFL MVP and a 10-time Pro Bowler. A-Rod is expected to be paired with Devontae Adams wherever he ends up this offseason. So maybe this place might not be the place that he go back to because this is the old team that Devontae Adams went to. And they might be looking to go to a team to come into together after this offseason. I'm pretty sure the Jets, they just going to blow everything up and restart everything because they just tired of it. They tired. Like, whatever team Aaron Rodgers go to, there might be a chance as to them needing a receiver. Even if a team doesn't have a weapon, maybe they'll bring in Devontae Adams as well. So Aaron Rodgers could at least have that for 1 year, but he just gonna have to make sure whatever team he go to have a good old line. You just got to make sure about that. If they don't, then Aaron Rodgers, he's old already, so he can't risk anything. Standing behind a bad old line, you risking your health. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call the old lineman trash, but hey, if y'all boys don't block, this boy gonna be on IR. So please do y'all job for Aaron Rodgers. But hey, this weekend on Sunday, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do your job. You don't have to do your job. All you gotta do is let Aaron Rodgers get hit by Chop Robinson once or twice. Let Calais Campbell get a few more sacks in before he either stays with Miami or he goes. Let Zach Sealer get his little lick in. Let Kamara, let's see if Kamara can get back there. Let everybody get their lick on Aaron Rodgers last game. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Are you saying that you imagine him on the 49ers? Maybe. I've been hearing about Kirk Cousins, since his relationship with Kyle Shanahan, he might go to the 49ers to back up Brock Purdy as a reassurance policy. Because we all know the 49ers are not confident with Brock Purdy as of right now. They're not. Or the Saints. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. They got some pieces on the old line that got to get healthy, but they could fix it if they draft some guards. They could fix it. So the Saints, that's a good option. Aaron Rodgers to Colts. ATR, you going to give up? You're going to give up, or you going to play the backup role just like Joe Flacco? Panthers. I don't think he'll go to the Panthers. I don't think so. Giants. That could be possible. I do think the Giants, they will get a quarterback early, but it will be up to Aaron Rodgers if he wants to mentor a quarterback. It will be up to him. Cowboys, that could be an option. But not Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, he's still there. And the Falcons. Michael Penix, we got to see what he shows. If he shows that he could be a good NFL quarterback early, then I would just start off next year as him being the starting quarterback. That's what I would do. But if this last game that he shows us, or if you go in the playoff and he shows us anything bad, then you could bring in a veteran just so he could learn under and then put him right back in there. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers, he's down for that cause. I don't think so. He's trying to play another year. He don't got time to be grooming, any rookie. He's trying to get another ring. He's trying to get another ring. That's what I feel. But it's going to be hard to do it, especially at your age right now. So it's not really beneficial if you don't, if you go through with it. It really isn't. So we're going to see what Aaron Rodgers does. Even if you leave or stay, hopefully the Jets get the wrong quarterback. That's what I'm praying on. Shout out to my boy, Zion. Appreciate you for putting up, my boy. Long time no see, fam. Love my boy. Happy Fins year. Yes, sir. Hopefully this year's the year. Man. If it's not, then I don't know what I'm going to do next year, fam. Maybe next year going to be my year. This year already starting off horribly. I don't know if my team in the playoffs or not. So I'm definitely going through it. Most definitely. And like I told y'all recently, the Dolphins are preparing for QB Snoop Huntley to start on Sunday against the Jets, according to Coach Mike McDaniel. Tua will practice on a limited basis, however. So Tua, he's able to practice. So I think they're going to keep Tua on the shelf if they really need him. He's an emergency call. An emergency call. You know, one of those nights, you know, your phone dry, you know, and there's that person that, you know, if you call them, they're gonna pick up. You know, that's gonna be Tua. You know, but that person that's gonna pick up when we call, they're gonna answer and they're gonna deliver. We know that. They're gonna deliver. But I don't know, it's gonna be in the cold. And you know, sometimes the weather may cause this person not to be reliable. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of everything. But Tyler Huntley, he sound like he gonna make sense for us to win this game. But we gotta see. We gotta see. All right. If the Cowboys move from Micah Parsons this offseason, the Lions are currently the betting favorites to land him in a trade. I don't really believe this. You know, they already got Aiden Hutchinson. They're gonna have to definitely pay him. They got Zadarius Smith, you know, and adding Michael Parsons as well. You know, that's just gonna be way too much money that you're allocating towards one person when you can help out your team and add more pieces. You know, Michael Parsons, he's a special player. You know, he kind of dwindled down in regards to what we're used to with him. But I would still take the time and invest in Michael Parsons with our team for sure. Pair him back up with Chop Robinson, man, that would be deadly right there. Deadly. On top of that, he could play cornerback. Not cornerback. You probably can play cornerback. Probably. You can play a linebacker, whatever you need. Whatever you need, man. So shout out to Michael Parsons. There's always the Heat. Yeah, for sure. Always the Heat. I love the Heat too. Your boy Genty at RB is a beast. I'm telling you, fam. I'm telling you, it's the Haitian blood in him that's making him such a workhorse, a bell cow. It is, man. Um, Maybe after I go through these tweets, I'm gonna go to YouTube, search up Genty, and we're gonna see what's up with him. But with Calais Campbell, the Raven fans are already like waiting on us to not make the playoffs so they could claim Calais Campbell. Maybe this is the team that he go back to if everything doesn't work out. With the Dolphins making the playoff. I did hear that the Ravens called in on Calais Campbell. That's what I heard. So we're gonna see if they're gonna release him right after this last game. But we gotta make sure that we don't make the playoffs. As soon as we're eliminated, Calais Campbell, he's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone, bro. So shout out to my boy Iceman, Yo DG Night, bro. I hit you up. Bet fam, you got my number. Just let me know if anything. I'm gonna probably be on stream for about like a good 20 minutes more. You know, I've been on stream for 2 hours, 2 minutes. 2 hours, 2 minutes. So we gonna keep going tonight. 2025, we working. We working. All right here. We got.
You kind of had a.
He gonna talk about the situation with Calais Campbell looking at him like this. No, this was kind of strange to me. I thought Calais was about to swing on him. Like, what you say? What you say? You know who I am? Do you know who I am? Well, let's check this out, man.
You kind of had a viral moment, you and Calais Campbell, this week during the game. Calais looks like he had his game face on, trying to hype you up. Could you explain what was going on there?
You know, I just think they were game face in week one. So, you know, it ain't nothing new to me. Mm-hmm. So it just the camera finally caught it. But Calais is just funny, man. You just got to be around him to really know him. And like I said, he just make that face every game.
What's he trying to do to his teammates, trying to hype you guys up in those moments when he comes over and he gives you that look?
He really just give you that look like, you know, hey, man, look, I'm on year 17. I'm giving it my all. I want you to give me your all. So, you know, for a guy like that, you know, he playing for everything. Yeah. You know, he trying to get him a Super Bowl, and that's what we trying to get him a Super Bowl, because we don't know if he's going to be here last year or not. So at least go out.
So if you in there and you not working, Calais Campbell, he going to call your ass out. He'll call your ass out. So you're not trying to help me get this Super Bowl? For me to get this Super Bowl, you got to work hard too, not just me. and you see how old I am. You see how old I am. So, shout out to Calais. I'm telling you, he's changing the locker room. He's changing single handedly. We only gave that boy $2 million for 1 year, and he definitely giving us value in regards to what we paid up for him. Most definitely, man. So, Calais Campbell, he gonna have a spot in my heart for a long time, man. For a long time.
Jalen Milroe.
Right here we have the quarterback from Alabama, Jalen Milroe. So, some people been saying that the Dolphins should take a look at Jalen Milroe, but there's a lot of stuff that you got to fix with this quarterback. He's physically gifted, a strong arm as well. But there's a lot of stuff that need to be fixed. Even defensive players can tell based off his stance as to when he's going to pass or run. They could tell. Like, look at it.
Jalen Milroe literally tells the defense what type of play they're going to run almost 100% of the time. Check out his feet. When his feet are offset like that, it is going to be a pass most of the time. Check this out. Feet offset,
Crazy.
they're passing. His feet are offset in this one. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to pass the ball. Again here, feet are offset, and it's a pass from Alabama. When his feet are closer together, it's usually a run. Feet close together, it's a run. Feet together, another run. This time it's him running with the ball, but still a run play. Here, feet offset again. So guess what? What do you think he's going to do? Yep, passing play. Again, offset feet.
Yeah, he telling you everything, man. Imagine if we had this on a Dolphin. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe we could do things in regards to coaching him up to make sure he don't do some of the stuff that he does out there. But at the same time, I just don't know. I just don't know, man.
Ball. Again here, feet are offset, and it's a pass from Alabama. When his feet are closer together.
Yeah, I just don't think he a good quarterback. I just don't think so. But if you want to move to a running back, we'll take you, fam. We'll take you most definitely, man. Most definitely a 4-4 guy. At quarterback 4-4, you good. That's like Justin Fields right there. That's what that's like. We have signed Braden Daniels to the active roster off Dallas practice squad and plays Kendall Lamb on the injured reserve. Braden Daniels, the Dolphins did have some interest in him in the pre-draft process, but he didn't end up falling to us. But he been from team to team to team. Maybe he finds his spot with the Miami Dolphins. A guy that I think that could have fit this scheme most definitely, but he just ain't fall to us. Just ain't fall to us. So a shout out to Braden Daniels. Y'all gonna be surprised when y'all see him out there. Y'all gonna be surprised. So be on the lookout for Braden Daniels. Be on the lookout. A shout out to Reason for the tweet. That's him right there. Hassan Reddick met his playing time incentives with the Jets and will make $9.5 million this year. Reddick is the only edge player in the NFL without a full sack. Only player without a full sack. Is that him not even trying? Could that be the situation? Because I could have sworn that, Hassan Reddick would have about like 15 by now. About 15, but he's been going through a lot this year with this NFL season. So it does make sense. It does make sense. But shout out to Hassan Reddick. If I was a football player, this would be my player build. Hassan Reddick. We about the same height, same weight, kinda. So the Vikings will likely receive trade inquiries for rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy. I'm hearing the Raiders are in on this, and they will get another quarterback to compete with J.J. McCarthy. So you're going to continuously put him in quarterback competitions to the point where he's going to be dried up and he's not going to be as good as you expected him to be. Not. So we're going to see what team makes a move for. I like this. I like this because Sam Darnold, ain't no way you can let him go. Ain't no way. Tomorrow's not promised, and Sam Darnold, he taking them to the promised land with the Vikings, taking them to the promise. Maybe they're gonna lose the first week, but I do think there's a chance that they could take it there. I do think so. So shout out to JJ McCarthy. And we're gonna see what team he goes to. We're gonna see. Here we have Javon Holland and his reaction to his team losing earlier today to Ohio State.
What? Oh, hell no! What? Oh, hell no! What?
I mean, I don't know what he talking.
Oh, hell no! What? Oh, hell no!
Nah, oh, hell yeah. The boys lost. So what? So what, man?
What? Oh, hell no! What? Oh, hell no!
He got him walking in the dark, too. That's crazy. Here we got Jeremiah Smith, the receiver from Ohio State. It seems like there's some interest there in regards to him being a Miami Dolphin. You got to speak stuff into existence, man. You got to. And this is one form of you doing that. Holding up your jersey in the future with the same number 4. But the way we're talking about this guy right here, it seems like he's going to be, not going to be, but he is a top 15 receiver in the whole world right now. Top 15. I give him that. But see him in a Dolphin uniform, oh my man, I might pass out if I seen that. I might pass out. Right here,
how big are your?
We have Jeremiah Smith with the Buckeyes. Let's see what he had to say from the crib.
Okay, Jeremiah, there's a lot of great things about you, but one thing I noticed in our meeting right now, how big are your hands?
I wear 3X gloves.
3X gloves?
3X gloves.
Oh my gosh, because they're catching.
I think D-Hop wears that. I think D-Hop wears 3X, so that boy, he massive. He massive.
A lot, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then the other thing that's good, you're a freshman, but you really are physical blocking downfield. How did you learn to do that?
Just started when I was a little kid. Coaches always tell me if you don't block, you don't get the ball. So I mean, it just started that moment. It's just getting dirty and just blocking the defender in front of me.
All right, give me the hand. I got it.
Yeah, that's good to know that early. That's good. And now she's trying to measure her hand to see if he's good enough in the bedroom. That's what she's trying to do.
Getting dirty and just blocking the defender in front of me.
All right, give me the hand. I gotta compare it to mine. All right, I do this one. Oh my gosh! No wonder you're catching everything. Thank you.
No problem.
She said, "No wonder you're catching everything." But shout out to that boy Jeremiah Smith, man, from the crib. Hello.
Okay, Jeremiah, there's a lot of great things about you, but one thing I know.
And here's a tweet I was talking about earlier. The Dolphins are considering shutting down Tua for the rest of the year, man. Considering it, like, man, how much more can we take as a team with these injuries? How much more? It's crazy. This happened out of nowhere, too. We didn't really even notice it, but as soon as I seen everything, I was like, yup, it's over. Season over. But, hey, we're going to see what Tyler Huntley does. Is he good enough to take us there to that promised land? Is he good enough? We're going to see. This is Tyreek new store that he opened up. Let's check this out and what happened. I think this is Tua right here. That's definitely Tua. He overthrew that. Y'all didn't see that? Damn, you can't even throw it to a kid correctly. Overthrow. Bad throw to her. Come on, man. Ball placement. Oh, at least he got yards after the catch, though.
I'm trying to get home, bro.
So it seems like them boys still cool. You know, even though Tyreek Hill not putting the numbers that everybody want him to put up. You know, Tyreek Hill, he could do that at any time. But like I told you earlier in the stream, I just think it depends on the situation. Tyreek Hill, he not good enough to the point where he could get 2K regardless in a year. He's not in that situation with the quarterback that we got. You know, if you want to hit that, you're probably going to have to go to Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, and they can help you get that. But with us, I don't know. Right here, we have, let me see here. We have Ryan Williams on a punt return. Let's check this out. Yeah, that boy gone. See, that boy directing traffic, telling people don't block in the back. He's just a smart player. I wish he was faster, though. I'm not gonna lie. Wish he was that. Yeah, Ryan Williams, he definitely gonna be a problem in the future. Definitely gonna be a problem. You this aware and you that young, that's impressive, man. Most definitely impressive. All right. What do I have next for y'all? Okay, yeah, this is what I got next. All right, so right here we have the, let me make sure y'all can see it. My bad, y'all. I'm just trying to see what I can do. Okay. So Saquon Barkley, like we mentioned earlier, he had 2,105 rushing yards. Let me see. This chart kind of hard to understand, but the main people you got to focus on is Saquon, J.K. Dobbins, Cortland Sutton, Malik Neighbors. I'm seeing that right now. So those are good guys to put on your parlay sips. And you could mix and match all of these players to see which ones could get you rich for the year of 2025, because that's the main objective, right? We're trying to help feed the fam. So we definitely got to put them parlays. I'm sorry. I got to do it. All right. And on the pressure rate percentage, highest this season, it does say Myles Garrett. He's 1 of 1. Michael Parsons, 18.0. Nick Bosa, 17.4%. And Chop Robinson, 17.2%. So our rookie DN is doing better than all these veteran guys. You know, but I don't think there's any excuse in regards to our rookie being up to their level. No excuses. That just means that our rookie is probably good enough to be in the same breath as these guys right here. It was like that's something I could just wish for Chop Robinson to be, you know. But there's like a lot of stuff that you got to work on, and it's gonna take more than just one year. Probably after like year 2 or 3, we're gonna see the real Chop Robinson, and people gonna be scared of that Chop Robinson. People gonna be scared. And here we got Kodak Black in the the locker room with the FAU football players. Let's check this out.
The other locker room. They're saying that same shit. So whose is better? Whose way is better? Theirs or ours?
This way, the Z way.
But they're coming in. They're coming in to our house, okay, to take something from you. Okay? Take the fight to them. Don't evaluate just like that video clip we saw, man. You don't fucking ask questions when your brother's in trouble. You fucking just start swinging.
Head first.
He's head fucking first. That's what you do.
Head first, crash
you come out swinging, and you don't stop until they tap out. Or the ref tells you. One of the two. One of the two. And then the last one is, I love you. You guys, in all seriousness, you guys.
Like, them boys low-key look like FAU. I'm not gonna lie. Them boys look like FAU.
In the other locker room. They're saying that same shit. So whose is better?
Let me see here. I'm skipping through these. Shout out to my boy Ricky Parasol. 8 receptions, 141 yards, 1 touchdown. Gator Nation, we coming back. We definitely coming back. So be on the lookout for Gator Nation. We also have DGLivee, probably gonna be the best quarterback in college football. In Florida, most likely. Another favorite is the Steelers for Kyler Murray. Another favorite, man. I don't know how this will work. He'll probably back up Russell Wilson. I don't know if they're gonna keep Russell Wilson for another year. I'm not too sure. I highly doubt that unless they win a ring, then they'll probably keep him. And if they really want to invest in regards to getting a quarterback similar to Russell Wilson, that could do kind of the same thing, then you'll be set at quarterback for the next few years. You'll be set for a long time. But yeah, with Kyler Murray going to the Steelers, I don't know about this one. I do not know about this one. Here's some player incentives for your parlays. Let's check this out.
I don't know if you know this, but NFL players are fighting for key incentives this week. And here's how you can take advantage in the pick'em market. Starting with Mike Evans, who has a lot to play for this week. All he needs is 5 catches and 85 yards to cash in a $3 million bonus. Consider taking his overs this week, and then look at Geno Smith, who only needs 186 passing yards to cash in a $2 million bonus. And Geno's gonna take on the Rams, who are a bottom 10 secondary this year, and earlier this season, Geno put up over 360 passing yards against this same Rams defense. Next up is J.K. Dobbins, who only needs 58 rushing yards to cash in a $150,000 bonus. He's hit this number in 5 different games this year, and now he takes on the Raiders, who have a bottom 5 run defense, and earlier this season, Dobbins went for over 130 yards against them. So when you see Dobbins in the pick'em markets this week, consider taking his overs, and then before our number 1 pick, don't forget that you and your friends get a free $50 bet over on Prize Picks when you join with code SAL today. But you only unlock that free $50 bet when you join with code SAL today, and you can take all the plays in this video, including the number 1 incentive this week, and that's Courtland Sutton, who needs 82 receiving yards to hit a $500,000 bonus. He's hit at least 82 yards in 4 games this year, and now he's taking on the Chiefs this week, who are resting a lot of their key starters on defense. So I'll say it again.
Hey, those are the 4 people that y'all got to target. Those are the 4 people. So if you're trying to win some money this weekend, this video gave y'all some sauce in regards to who to add to your slip. So please do that. Hey, if y'all win, let me know. Right here, we have Patrick Herbert, his little brother at Oregon. I was real shocked when I seen this, so I just wanted to check this out with y'all.
Good morning, guys. I'm trying not to be dwarfed here by our favorite tight end from the University of Oregon, from Eugene, Oregon. Of course, it is Patrick Herbert, of course, here. You're one of the guys that played in this Rose Bowl 5 years ago. How crazy of a world and life are you living, man, that here we are, you're doing it again?
Yeah, it's kind of a full circle moment. Got to start out my career here, and what a great opportunity to be back.
Obviously, people are making the connection here.
He talked just like his brother too. Just like
your brother, Justin. He's starting quarterback down the street here for those LA Chargers. How cool for your family, just knowing the blood runs green and yellow for the Herbert family, man, to have it all come, again, you said full circle, here in the City of Angels this week.
Yeah, it's awesome. My grandpa played tight end for the university back in the day, Justin, obviously. So we've been, an Oregon family for a long time. And then to be able to come down here and play where he lives now, we spent a lot of time down here, so it's cool.
How cool to see your brother probably living pretty large.
Yeah,
Also, Justin Herbert, he probably still stay in Oregon.
Oh, it's awesome. I love watching him on Sundays. He's the man.
When you guys were kids growing up down the street from Oxford, man, I mean, you dreamed of playing there and doing it. So now that you've done it, how special has this point in your life been?
Yeah, this has been awesome. I dreamed about it as a kid. And the last 5 years have been a great experience for me.
You've had great quarterbacks. Obviously, your brother, Bo's doing his thing with the Broncos. Dylan's going to maybe one day soon be doing his thing in the NFL. You've been blessed with these quarterbacks, man. How sweet is that of a tight end to know that you're getting the ball on you?
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. You try not to take it for granted, getting used to like such great quarterbacks. But I've been really fortunate to have these guys.
And a sociology degree. Smart kid too. Patrick Herbert and these Ducks ranked #1. They're the underdogs, but they're fine with that. Yeah, they're cool with that. 13-0, trying to be the first team to go 16-0. Win this quarterfinal, go to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, semis, and then maybe the whole thing in Atlanta on the 20th of the month. We're live in Los Angeles this morning at Oregon Ducks Media Day.
That would look tired. I'm not even gonna lie. That would definitely look tired. Like he don't want to do that.
Here ahead of the granddaddy of them all, Ohio State and the Ducks on Wednesday. Back to you guys in studio.
Shout out to Patrick Herbert. We'll see you in the NFL next year. We will see you. All right, here we have Tiki Barber. Let's check this out.
The quarterback. Well, everybody wants the quarterback. That's all I keep hearing. We need Shadir Sanders. We need Cam Ward. We got to get a quarterback. We got to get a quarterback. We got to get a quarterback. Well, I'm telling you, because I've seen it. And by the way, all of you have seen it as well. If you put a quarterback in a crappy situation, a terrible coaching, team, depth, whatever situation, they are going to fail. When you put quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in bad situations, good things don't happen. The Giants have to have a good situation to put whoever that next quarterback is in. So stop obsessing about the quarterback, because even if he's the greatest thing in the world and you put him in a terrible situation, he is going to fail, period. Everybody wants
most likely, like right now, the New York Giants roster is not good to the point as to where you'll feel comfortable bringing in Cam Ward and you think that you'll be able to win a majority of your games with Cam Ward. Definitely doesn't work that way. Definitely doesn't. So I do understand what Tiki Barber is saying in regards to the Giants being desperate for a quarterback. Them boys definitely need one, but don't reach and just do you. Fix everything around what a quarterback would be, and then it will reflect in his gameplay. That's how I feel. So right here we got these Miami kids playing football in their backyard. Gonna check this out.
I ain't hear you.
I'm him. There go Tyreek Jr. Stiff arm, touchdown, crib. Okay. That boy dodging tackles. He got the right jersey on, too.
Down today.
He think he Tyreek for real. Or they run the ball no O-line. Okay. Okay. That boy not going down.
Nah, KJ ain't get the ball yet.
Ooh. Them boys playing like they got pads on.
Somebody go deep. I want to see somebody go deep.
Okay, Tyreek.
Where you caught that?
He caught it like he did it on accident. Oh, I didn't mean to get that interception. I didn't mean to. Look at his face. No celebration, no nothing. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Breaking my back, bro. What a Mike. Yeah.
But is this the whole mic system? Why they pad so big, man? How? Hey, yeah, that's my son right there.
Good job. Give me some.
I like to know you. I'm a straight rider.
Okay. That's him, Ryder. Oh, he played defense too? Yeah, he did whole team. They got him playing quarterback. She used a stiff arm. Yeah. Oh, he stayed in? Okay.
Look at the scoreboard. Look at the scoreboard, buddy. Talk to me when you win.
Crazy, man. Just crazy. These kids, man, but that's what my son gonna be doing. When he start playing, it's just gonna be just like this. Just like this. Uh right here we have not Jack Sawyer, Foster Moreau. You know, his team doing bad right
Going
now.
into last week's
These
game.
are words of encouragement. Even if you're going through bad stuff in life, these are words of encouragement. Let's check out what he had to say.
Going into last week's game, we're not playing for a playoff berth, right? I mean, there's plenty of the fan base that wants us to lose so we can get a better draft pick. Like, I'm not blind to that. Like, I see that, and that's, I mean, they could think that all they want, but people have to play with passion, and they have to play with pride, and they have to play for each other, and they have to play for their jobs. Like, you have to play because this is your resume. And I fucking hate talking about resumes. I hate the man that's talking about their resume is out of a damn job. Like, that's a fact. So, like, you could think about your resume all you want, but in reality, you got to play for pride, and you got to play for not only the name on the back, but the name on the front and the logo on the side of your damn helmet. That's a fact. And I'd love to see us get back to doing that. And look, you could, work smart, not hard, is not something I believe in. You have to work your balls off. You have to work as hard as you possibly can just to have a chance in this league.
Yeah, that's a good point. Work smarter, not harder. Well, okay, so if you're working smarter, you're not working hard. But if you're working smarter, you're kind of working hard in regards to mentally, But I do see what he's saying in regards to you got to work hard instead of doing the other counterpart in regards to that. So a shout out to Foster Moreau.
Have a chance in life. You got to work tirelessly, right? That's what I believe. And if you work hard enough, eventually you'll get smart. But I don't believe in all the rest of the hoopla. I just work hard, be where your feet are, and just the secret's in the dirt. The secret's in the daily grind. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, shout out to Foster Moreau, man. The boys, they got it bad over there with the Saints. Real bad, man. But hopefully they could get the right quarterback, turn everything around. That's all they really need, a quarterback and a few Band-Aids on the old line, and they should be able to hold up. They do need some weapons as well. You got free agency, the draft. Speaking of the draft, the first round will likely go down as one of the best in NFL history. Most likely. I could go through each one of these picks and I could see if they're a hit or a miss. With Caleb, I'm going to just say a hit because I do think he's going to be a good quarterback. It's just the coach that he had, the whole coaching situation, it messed him up. So hit. Jaden Daniels hit. Drake May hit. Marvin Harrison hit. Joe Alt hit. Malik Neighbors hit. J.C. Latham hit. Michael Penix. He only played one game, but I say he hit. Roma Dunze, I think he hit. It just depends on if Keenan Allen is still there. That's the whole reason why he hasn't looked like Marvin Harrison this year. The only reason why he hasn't looked like Malik Neighbors this year. J.J. McCarthy, bust. Fashanu hit. Bo Nix hit. Brock Bowers hit. Talise Fuaga hit. Latu hit. Byron Murphy hit. Dallas Turner hit. Amarius Mims hit. Jared Verse. Troy Fontenot, we haven't gotten anything. He's been hurt. Chop Robinson, we could say that's a hit. Quinell Mitchell hit. Brian Thomas Jr., that's a hit right there. Terrion Arnold, I don't know yet. Jordan Morgan, I think he got injured this year. Graham Barton, that's a hit right there. Darius Robinson, he got injured. He never came back from the IR. Xavier Worthy looks like a hit. Tyler Guyton seems like, I don't know. I'm going to give him another year. Nate Wiggins, it seemed like he needs another year as well. You know, the Ravens, their pass defense, they've been horrible the whole year. You know, so somebody got to suffer the consequences. And I think Nate Wiggins, he's one of those people that, you know, you could say that he helped in regards to the Ravens not having a good defense. You know, but I don't know. I don't know what's up with the Ravens with their defense. Usually they're good, but this year they weren't good. This year they weren't good. Ricky Parasol, he looking like a hit as of late. You know, Xavier Leggett. You know, to me, I'm glad that the Dolphins didn't draft him. You know, I do feel like he's a miss. You know, there's other better receivers on the board at this time, but they chose Leggett. Maybe because he's a hometown hero, possibly. You know. Here I got this video from Australia. I will never go to Australia. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I will never go to Australia. Like, you're gonna see wild animals everywhere. You know, stuff you're not used to when you're from Florida or if you're from wherever you from. I know Raphael, he from Phoenix and all that, but this is Australia right here. You got ducks chasing you. That ain't never happened to me in Florida. Never. Like a koala on the side of your bed. I ain't never seen that.
Oh my God, there's a fucking koala inside the house.
Kangaroos all on the road. Like, come on, man. Kangaroos, they probably doing drive-bys over there. Don't they chase you? You can't even open your door. There's snakes on the doorknob. See, what is this? What is this? Oh, hell no. Man, that's a big ass rat.
What are you doing?
What the hell? You see? Come on, man. See, I'm moving out that crib if I seen that randomly.
He's gonna
I'm
freak
moving
out. We used to have a anger.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, exactly.
Crazy, man. Australia, y'all boy got that. Y'all boy got that. You know, it's crazy to me how like these young kids, they got tattoos now. I had to wait till I was 18, 19 to get my tattoos. But these kids, they 5, 6 with tattoos already. I'm confused. Man. You know, these garage tattoos that they are allowing their kids to get, I just can't believe it. I can't. You know, I had to work hard for me to look like the way I look like right now. But with these kids, they just popping up the Pop Warner games with tattoos like grown men. Like, look at this kid right here, man. Some of these kids look like they belong in high school already. That boy got 2 sleeves right here. 2 sleeves, man. That boy is not playing. But he cleaned though, I'm not gonna lie. He cleaned his little uniform, you know. All right. I don't know if I showed this to y'all yet. Well, I don't think I could show that. But here's Garrett Wilson and CJ Stroud linking up. Like I told y'all, CJ Stroud, he used to play quarterback at Ohio State with Garrett Wilson. So him going to Houston, that might be a spot. Him and Nico Collins, deadly. You know, Stephon Diggs, I'm not even thinking about him. Tank Dell, he might not even play no more. He might not even play based off how severe that injury was. Man, I don't know how he gonna be able to come back and not and look the same. I don't think he's gonna look the same after coming back from that injury. I don't think so. So you might as well save you some time. Get C.J. Stroud a number one receiver while you got him, on a cheap deal. Then I don't know, do whatever you want to do after that with Nico. He already signed his contract extension. He already did. But you would want to keep Garrett Wilson here long term for C.J. Stroud so he could get. He already used to him, but them building that relationship together is just going to be great for Houston. It will. If we ain't have so much receivers in our room, I say Dolphins take a chance, see what we can do. But now with the contract that he trying to get signed to and all that, I think it's impossible for us. Most definitely impossible, man. I'm pretty sure he not even thinking about the Dolphins as well. He just played for the Jets. He not thinking about the Dolphins. He not. The young talent that the Dolphins have to build with: Jalen Waddle, 26, really good number 2 receiver. Devon A-Chain, 23, really good running back. Aaron Brewer, 27, good center. Jordan Brooks, 27, good LB. Jalen Phillips, 25, good player, always hurt. Chop Robinson, 21, good rusher. So you trying to make Chris Greer look good right now, but somebody gonna have to suffer the consequences. And we did a process of elimination, and everybody came to the agreement that I don't know, man. We gotta let him go, man. I'm sorry. After I seen that thing on top of the stadium, my bad. After I seen that thing on top of the stadium, that sign that said "Fire Chris Greer," I was like, yeah, it's over. It's done. Just pack your bags now. No point. No point to even scout this draft class that's coming out in 2025. No point in scouting. You're gonna be gone. You're a goner. But I give him some props for these signings. Jordan Brooks, thank you. Aaron Brewer, thank you. Jonah Smith, thank you. I love you for those picks right there. You did us a good one with those picks, but it's just, the quarterback, he ain't do us no justice. He ain't do us no justice. But we're going to see if we could make everything else good around him in regards to the quarterback. We're going to see. Right here.
That's it.
Gotta be balloons.
We got a little bonus clip. This is Chop Robinson during his draft party. Good time.
Man, let him go.
Yeah, that's cool right there. Your head coach, that he came running. He came running just to say something right before he got drafted to the Dolphins, man. So shout out to James Franklin. Definitely a good coach for that. A prospect I want y'all to keep an eye out for: Abdul Carter. They're saying this is the prototype of Micah Parsons. If you want a Micah Parsons on this team with a Chop Robinson, say here. Say I. Say something up, you guys. That would be the perfect trio right there. Him, Chop Robinson, and Kamara. That would be a good trio. We probably would still need one more person, but we still got Jalen Phillips, though. We still got Jalen Phillips. So with Abdul Carter, I do think he's one of those linebackers that could play DN as well. But a DN that could play linebacker. He's pretty decent in coverage, but he's not the best. But what he does at the line of scrimmage is just what you would draft him for. To be honest, it would be. So Abdul Carter, if he falls to the first round, I don't know. If he falls to our pick in the first round, I think we might target him. I think we might target him, and people gonna be mad. Man, we spent another pick on a DN, but once they see this DN and they see, okay, he looks very similar to Michael Parsons, and we all thought he could have been the best defensive player in the whole league. On top of that, we got the counterpart, Chop Robinson. He's looking like he probably got the best get off in the whole league. It's just gonna make our defense that much better, and we got that fear monger guy. I think this is a blue chip guy right here, a blue chip guy that could be elite edge defender and linebacker in the NFL. That's what I think about Abdul Carter. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Abdul Carter. He definitely did his thing against
Of the change from line.
He did him a good one against SMU. A real good one. Oh, excuse me. Rip. That's Kevin Jennings right there. SMU, they couldn't block the Penn State D lineman. It was just too hard for them. It was just too hard. Yeah, I got a few prospects on SMU that I'm gonna cover. Y'all just be on the lookout. Y'all gonna be surprised about the people that I found that I like for this team. A lot of good prospects, man. So I'm gonna be doing like a video stating that top 5, top 10 quarterback.
So quick,
that
it
I
looks
think
like
the Miami Dolphins should target. Top 5, top 10 running backs, old linemen, safeties, linebackers, D linemen. Everything, man. Everything. I already did a lot of notes in regards to each position and in regards to what person would fit our scheme. So we have a few people, and I know y'all gonna like these players. I know y'all gonna like them. Right here, K flexing. This was when Chop wasn't really doing too well. He's saying this was Chop.
Quarterback dead. So I'm getting at his ass. Go.
And get off him. That's his block. Ain't that KD right here? I think that's KD.
Quarterback dead. So I'm getting at his ass. Go. Quarterback dead.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from the bookmarks. Let me get to some of y'all comments. Yeah, when I saw that plane flying across saying fire Greer, I knew it was over. Yeah, I have no confidence in regards to Greer staying. No confidence. I like the tight end from Penn State. Let me try to see if I could look him up real quick. I don't think he's going to be as good as Brock Bowers, but he's a little under that. A little under that. Let me see. He's a very good blocker. Look what he does to 6. Very, very good blocker. Yeah, just go home after that, fam. You can't even get him off of you. Just blew him off the line. So we could definitely use this run blocking with our team, most definitely. Just no holding penalties. We don't need that. We don't. Let me see. Right here we have Tyler Warren at tight end. Good outside zone block. Beautiful block. Oh, excuse me. Like I'm telling you, man. Tyler Warren, he's definitely a good blocker. Good drive on the block. With Warren, him being a good receiver and blocker would probably just bring him up all the way to a list as to where he's the top tight end in the whole draft class. He can. And on top of that, Penn State, they line him up everywhere too. So they have confidence in regards to lining him up at receiver, maybe fullback. You know, he has all those capabilities, and he seemed like he has the size as well to do all that. Like, that's not an issue. Yeah, I love his blocking though. I'm not gonna lie, I love his blocking. Let me show you a tight end that y'all might like, that I like. I could try to find him to see. Okay, so Malik. All right.
Yeah, struggled a week ago. And
This tight end, I think he played for Michigan State. Just look at this catch right here. Look at this catch. You know, he got good ball skills for a tight end. You know, this is a guy that I think that could learn from Jonnu Smith. You could definitely learn from him. You know, he doesn't he does provide a lot after the catch. Let me see if I can find a video of him after the catch. You know, he showed you that he has a good hand-eye coordination. Bad throw. I think he's on this one. Yeah, that was a good catch. Good catch. I thought he had more film, but it seemed like he doesn't have the film. But I am just stating that this is a tight end that you guys should worry about. Pressure. I don't want no copyright, so I can't play it. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to watch the highlights for this player. The name is Malik Carr, Maliqcarr. You know, with this one, I just think he's gonna be one of those players that would learn from. Let me see here, Jonnu Smith very easily, very smooth because of the games being similar. So that's what I was looking for in regards to another tight end that we should bring. And Malik Carr, he's one of them. Another one, Brant Kuthi. You know, if you really want like a gadget type tight end, this is the guy. He just don't have the size of your regular tight end. He's more so on the smaller side. But I'm not too sure. He's making it work. He came from a school that had Dalton Kincaid as the other tight end. You know, even last year I made a video on who I think we should draft, and look at all the people that I put on the list. I put Will Shipley. You know, he looks decent this year. Joel Milton, we haven't seen anything yet. Brand Kuthi, I just thought that he was gonna come out last year, but actually this year he's gonna come out. Javondre Sweat, he's looking like a good D tackle. Maris Luafu, I got him in my mock draft in like the 7th, 6th round. Right now, I think he would go in the 2nd round based off how he's performing for the Cowboys. He would have. And Kingsley Suamati, we got him in the 2nd round. And it looked like he could have been a 3rd or 4th round pick, maybe even a 5th. You know, so definitely a reach for Kingsley Suamati. But I think the Chiefs, they're going to fix him. They're going to fix him. Most definitely. Let me see here. Yeah, this is a Brand Kuthi right here. This is like one of the best receiving, different type of game to the tight end position. Different type of game. Like I don't know how he gonna do in regards to being a blocker, but the receiving is top notch. Receiving is top notch. I know. Hey, this. I just feel like Miami Daniel would know what to do with this guy. He would know exactly what to do on. Exactly. Um, should I show y'all something else? I'll show y'all one. What? Two more clips. I think we already watched this one. But yeah, I don't see no other clips. But this is the other tight end that I'm telling y'all. You're gonna look out, Brand Kuthi, and he more so of a receiving tight end, But we do got more. So that's not my final say. So after I'm done evaluating this whole class, cornerbacks, D tackles, receivers, running backs, um, I'm gonna do a mock draft just so I can make sure I know all the players on the mock draft. I'm not just picking players just to pick them. I watch film on majority of the players, took some notes down, and we're gonna see what we do from that. We're gonna see. If I want me to start posting my plays, I might start posting my plays on my YouTube channel. Help y'all make some money as well. Because me doing research on all this football stuff, it leads me to know like certain predictions in regards to what could be upcoming with a football game, who gonna win, the money line, the spread, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about that right there. Pretty knowledgeable. All right, fam. Okay, cool. What is his name? You got it right. I think I put it in the chat. I think, or are you talking about the prospect Malik Carr? Yeah, that's his name, Malik Carr. But yeah, man. It's 1 o'clock. It's about to be 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to work at 9, so I gotta catch up on some sleep. If anything new pops up tomorrow, I will definitely save it and react to it on live with y'all tomorrow. Most definitely, man. But before I end the stream, I appreciate y'all, love y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Check my bio down below for all my inquiries. If you want to talk business, and please help me get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. You already know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me see. My boy Zahn said number 34 from Oregon stood out also. Okay, you've been watching some film. You've been watching some film, man. I got some Oregon prospects in here too, but you'll see when I'll probably do like a live stream and I'll have all the prospect, like my top 5 running backs, my top 5 old line guards, top 5 tackles the Dolphins should target. And we'll just watch all the tapes that I have of them, put in a collage, and we'll see which ones would probably fit the Dolphins the best. So yeah, man. Yeah. If there's no other questions, I'll be back tomorrow for sure with y'all on live. So please stay tuned for that. On top of that, y'all go get y'all merch, dgmerchandise.com. You got hoodies, workout shirts. I'm about to start posting workout videos on my YouTube, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Um, and I will have my merch on in the workout videos. So hey, if y'all like what y'all see me in or what I'm wearing, feel free to go get you a little purchase, man. Nothing won't hurt, and just one purchase won't hurt. Come on, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, um, yeah, Zion, can't wait. Love your college breakdowns. That's my specialty right there. I used to play college football. I used to play high school football, so that's what I know. I ain't never played NFL, but that's the main goal for all these players in college. So I love the NFL too. I love them too, man. But I do love predicting stuff before it happens. So knowing a player gonna be good, that's just my thing. That's my specialty right there. That makes me happy knowing like, okay, Everybody thought Josh Allen was going to be bad 2 years ago, but I knew based off the situation that he's going to, he's going to end up being one of the top quarterbacks in the whole league. Me knowing that from way back compared to now, that excites me right there. It definitely does. So all these prospects, y'all gonna like them. Y'all gonna like them. I got a center the same size as um Aaron Brewer, 5'11", 290. I also got, let me see, I got the leading sack person in the whole nation. I think he got 16.5 sacks this year. I got a few running backs that I think would be a good fit. I got some receivers that could probably play tight end as well. So some big receivers, some big tight ends. Cornerbacks, there's a lot of DNs. I do like a lot of DNs in this draft class. A lot of DNs. Definitely a lot. There's a dude who's like, what, 6'8". There's a 6'6" receiver that could play slot as well over there at Mississippi State. Liked him. Deion Walker, number 0 from Kentucky. That's the other nose that we could plug and play. If we lose Calais Campbell and we get him, I'm not worried about us losing Calais Campbell because that's how good Deion Walker is. That's how good he is to me. There's also a Riley Mills. He currently plays for the Notre Dame. That could be somebody. Shamir Stewart. He's from down south Miami, so he might want to come back to Miami, possibly. Ashton Gilloette. He's from Boca Raton. So he's pretty much close to Miami, about like 45 minutes. About 45 minutes, so that's not too bad. And also, I don't want to give y'all too much, but we do got some good players, and y'all could write them down if y'all like the players as well. As soon as I evaluate these players, I know they're gonna blow up when everybody realizes how good they are. But I watched a lot of film today, yesterday, last week, trying to see who's gonna be that person, and I found a few people, man. Each year I find some people, and last year the people I found was, who was it? Thule Tippy Toe, that DN from USC. I think he went in the 3rd round, but third or I don't know, 3rd or 4th round. Not everybody was talking about him until he got drafted. Like, oh, who's that? And then now he looking like he would have went in the 1st round if we did a redraft. And I found him and I drafted him for the Dolphins. In mock drafts. I'm gonna do a mock draft like next week. I just gotta evaluate every player, and then I could give y'all a good mock draft. Good players from 1st pick to 7th pick, but realistic players. Some people they getting 1st round picks in the 7th round, and they still picking that player, even though it gotta make sense. Gotta make sense. I think if we go in that direction, we can fix things heading towards the future. I want to see us fix both sides of the line of scrimmage. Make that part of the team more tougher by adding a guy on the O line, adding a guy on the D line. We gotta do that first and foremost. And once we do that, everything else is gonna fall into place. It's gonna boost the performance of everybody. If the O line can do what they gotta do and the D line can do what they gotta do, getting pressure on the quarterback would lead to the cornerbacks not having to cover as long, and they can make plays on the ball. And vice versa, the O line. If you fix the O line, that'll give the quarterback time to throw the ball to Tyreek Hill, to Jalen Waddle, to Devon A-Chain, so on and so forth. So it's simple as that, man. Simple as that, man. But hey, like I told y'all, getting late. And I gotta be up in the morning, but I will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, Zion. Appreciate you for pulling up, Raphael, Ice, Chef Jew. You know, I think he probably left. Who was? And my boy JoJo, he probably left too. Probably went to sleep. But it's all good, man. It's all good. I might break this video down and put like separate videos on my YouTube and just put a thumbnail, and I might do that based off the topic. That's what I might do. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And good morning actually, because we're already in tomorrow. It's already January 2nd, man. Already January 2nd, man. But yeah, I appreciate you, my boy Zion. You know, I'm gonna knock out. That's about it, man. 10K. You already know it's